Let's start the light. Start it. So much. A little bit. Where is this going? We've got nothing on. It is. Is this? Why is that not working? No. The side that I'm recording on. Uh-oh. Roll 20. You're starting very early tonight.
In rare form.
Not as rare as it should be.
Right.
Uncommon form, maybe. Yep, there's that. Okay, cool. So that's working. All right. We are ready to jump in. We had people going in different directions. There was also a dream that, you know, a couple people kind of had a same sort of weird daydream without even knowing it, because everyone who was involved with that weird simultaneous daydream is nowhere near each other. So, who would like to give a recap on what their group was doing? Because I've got Eric and Wolfgang. Tom is on his own, and then TJ and Brian are together as well. So 3 different groups. What happened with you, and what is going on?
So, after trying to get an audience with the mayor and being told that, like, in a week and a day, I think it was, that we could see the mayor, Hal decided to stake out the mayor's house or whatever it was to see if there was an easy way in. And effectively, after a couple hours, he was able to ascertain that there's a series of guards that patrol at varying intervals. There was one specific window that had some like light coming out of it that seemed of some import, because there were people that kept moving around inside of it, or there was something that made it important. But in order to get there, it was going to be really difficult. There were several guards posted in like sort of points along walls or roof lines, and that there was no sort of like subtle entryway to get into the mayor's house, was basically what came out of it. And I think that was I was going to sort of run back and try to meet up everybody from there. Meet back up with the captain and Drac. And I know that we said where, but I do not remember where. I think it was the bar, or it was, I'm not sure. But that's where
I don't remember either. To be completely honest, I'm not sure. But we said we were going to meet up somewhere, so Kevin, wherever we said we'd meet up, you just put us there. And I don't
like how real life works.
Yeah.
Meet me here. Okay. Where did he say? I don't know. We'll end up there, though.
Right, let's do it.
You're there with.
I just have to scroll back through my texts. I just don't want to do that. Brack just needs to look through his text.
I just want someone to guide me through to where I'm gonna be at all points of my life. What's the issue with that?
Delete.
Right. I don't need this. You did. Well, I don't anymore. Because I don't have it.
But hell, friend, would make more sense to
Actually, so I'm going to be splitting us up into the different groups in Discord as well. Eric, I'm going to be dealing with you last because I'll give Wolfgang a chance to show up, and also, oh god, it gives me a chance to get ready to deal with you. Got rid of him.
Is Eric functionally in timeout right now? Is he by himself?
Yeah, you can put him in here with us when you're.
He can come in. He can
Yeah,
watch.
yeah, you just hang out. Yeah.
I know he likes to watch.
Alright, Tom is off as well. Alright, TJ, Brian, Harbor,
Yes, sir.
Drac. What was happening? What were you guys up to at the end of the session? What is your thought process going forward?
We were talking about kidnapping the mayor, but we couldn't kidnap the mayor or break in or anything like that with what we had, and we
were
wanted to
supposed to-
regroup and figure out.
Yeah, we couldn't meet with the mayor until like next Tuesday or something like that, which we're not gonna do. We're not gonna wait for that. And so Hal was scoping out the place to see if there's a way to, if the mayor's even there, and if he is, as pirates, we could all go there and kidnap him, which can really backfire. But you know, that's what we're gonna do. Is we just want to talk to him.
We just want to talk.
We just want to talk to him, and then if things go sideways,
Just gonna shoot him.
What-
Just gonna
things
talk.
might escalate quickly. We'll see.
What
goes
are
on.
what are the body bag, the rope, and duct tape for then? Talking. We.
That's
I-
Plan B. This is Plan A. Let's stay on Plan A. Intimidation check. But we, for the moment, we were just going back to the meeting point because we wanted to see what Brack and Corellian found. And then I know that Hal stayed behind, and that's why he's not here, because he's scoping out the place. But there wasn't
Okay.
anything else that we were really doing until we get more information from them. And then maybe we'll find out information that going after the mayor isn't the best thing. Maybe. Yeah.
Damn it.
Well,
Damn it, Captain.
I don't
Doesn't
want
make
that
me angry.
information.
Well,
If-
the thing is that this is the second time that Torkel is involved in something that the first time they did it, you moved our ship and our ship went away. This time he was the
Espresso.
one that like solved the mansion and everything like that and got credit for it. And then I'm not sure if our ship is still here, but I'm not trusting Torkel anymore at all. So
Oracle.
you know, it's either he goes and we're gonna just do this old execution style, but I don't think he's gonna go out. I think he's gonna either fight or he's gonna come up with an explanation that says like, all this is fine, but for whatever reason, him being a wizard and us being 3 years in the future, this is
Suspicious.
either he helps us get back. That's like the only way that I can really, or an equivalent to that. He helps us get back, or an equivalent that to regain our trust. But right now, I'm
Helps
at
us
like
get back to our time.
I'm at minimal influence right now. Influence lost the Harbor Wrath right now, and I am like
Where was it? I mean, we should come up with different levels. An influence chart. Actually, while if you wouldn't mind, I'm thinking of at least 5. Like neutral, and then like
-5.
liked and well liked, or something like that, and then like
There are influence charts
disliked
for
and hated.
NPCs. There are influence charts for NPCs somewhere in the DMG. I think it might be like in the back somewhere. But it tells you how willing someone is to help you out. And it's like if you roll a nat 20, you can go up. And if you roll a nat 1, you go down in it. So it's just like, you know, enemies where they will kill you if they can, and then there's like neutral parties where they won't go out of their way, and then if you're friends, it's like they're more open to cutting you deals or giving gifts or different things like that. Like, there's some kind of chart like that. And then if you roll poorly, it's just you go down.
Like, I'm not even looking for a chart, but just in terms of like stuff like this, where like you know where you stand with some people, where you're friendly. I mean, there's different terms that I'm coming up with. Like I said, liked and well liked are the neutral, then liked, and then well liked is like the highest. Or
Right.
that's just as a quick example of like a 5 system. So
Like
it's like
the-
neutral is in the middle. Like it goes well liked, neutral, disliked, hated, or something like that.
Yeah, kind of like the
at-
New Vegas faction thing, where they're
Mm,
idolized
right.
as the highest. Yeah,
But your actions can change the influence. It doesn't just have to be rolls.
Yeah.
Like, for example, what you're dealing with Torkel at the moment.
so to give perspective on that, he's like a level above Nailbag right now. That's the lowest you can be, where the whole party's
Yeah,
united.
okay.
With that guy. But
All right,
right now,
so
in
the
Harvard
lowest.
guys,
All right,
like he's
you guys definitely. While I'm dealing with Eric and Tom, maybe Wolfgang if he shows up. You guys, I want you to come up with. So Nailbag is the lowest,
Yeah.
and just above that is hated.
Yeah.
And then whatever.
Maybe-
And
Yeah, maybe he's 2 levels up, because I'm still willing to see reason, but it better be damn good reason, or it's just gonna drop, and then I'm like, all right, taking him out, type of thing.
yeah,
Because from my perspective, he took the ship and
the Jedi are evil.
right. It could be that. Yeah.
From my perspective, Torkel is evil. Wait, no, Torkel is good because we're evil. Shit. What is Torkel? Is good bad? What? I think you're confusing yourself. Nobody's in second.
Right.
Okay, so also you guys are in the woods, correct? Or are you at like the edge of the woods?
We're like in a clearing in the woods, so because my whole thing was thinking that they would fly over and find us, and then the whole idea about Tom finding us was, well, we've all
He's
been
a ranger.
exact, yeah, but also that each of them are rangers and they should be able to find us. So we just went out to one where there's clearing, because I would figure that however high up they're flying, they'd be able to be like, hey, there's people in that clearing. That's it. But
Yeah.
it would still be close to the whole spot where we're just right outside of town. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll be back for the rankings. Hello, Thomas.
Hello, Veckin.
Nice. So, what are you doing? You discovered some of the stuff like you had explained with the mayor and scoping out his house. What is the thought process and plan going forward now?
So I think I felt like I had kind of gathered as much as I could, and so I think my plan was to try to go back and reconnect with Drac and Harbor.
Okay, where are you going to do that?
So I'd love to roll an intelligence check because I thought we said there was a place, but maybe we didn't.
Do you have any guesses as to a place?
I think that my thought was probably the whatchamacallit, the bar that we were at. Just
Okay.
Where we were sort of eating pies earlier, but I also don't know if that's the only thing I'm remembering as opposed to something else.
Okay. Sure. Give me an intelligence check. History. I'm sure it's the same. But
for
it,
this
it always
character,
is.
I agree with you.
Even if you have an intelligence character, no one puts anything into history because nothing's ever rolled for history.
But that's a 19, so that's a good roll.
So you remember that there was talk of heading into the woods, and that because you're a ranger, you would be able to find those guys, and so that's why they had no problem with leaving you behind. Maybe Harbor had other reasons that he had no problem with leaving you behind.
That's very fair.
But the idea of meeting back up was something that you would be able to find them in the woods, no problem, sort of thing.
Okay.
So you're able to remember that, and with a 19, there's something else that you're remembering about meeting up that you are. It's right there. That yes, you're meeting them in the woods, but there was something else about not the woods. But other than that, that's all you're remembering is just kind of
fair. That's fair.
something else. But you know that Draken Harbor went into the woods, and you would be able to track them to there. So is that what you were doing?
Yeah. If that's what I've got in my mind, then that's what I'm going to
Yes.
do. Yes.
Okay. So yes, you are able to head to them and head into the woods. I'm going to move you back into that channel where they are currently discussing rankings, or they should be discussing the rankings of whether or not, like, influence for people. So, like NPCs and stuff. So off you go.
Whee!
Hey, Eric.
Hi, Kevin.
Wolfgang's not here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave, and no. What is it that you would like to do? You guys, you and Rack, you Corellian and Rack, you parentheses Corellian, not comma, because now Eric, Corellian, and Rack are all there. So
I guess if any birds had been attracted to the area yet.
remind me.
And put out some feed and kind of was hanging out on the roof, just relaxing, just trying to
Yes.
get some. Really want to just get eyes in the sky in general, but it's just a matter of some animal handling. Man, your cat really is unhappy tonight.
Yeah, they want to get out because there's 3 cats, and then the little one. I lock them either in this room with me or outside of this room, and then I have the little one who gets to eat the canned food first. Because these 2 tanks will be dickheads to her. But in the meantime, I'm gonna let them out real quick. But you aren't. There's no birds that are showing up, even though you set things up in the normal way. You know what you're doing. It's not like you're just, it's not like it was Rack that was trying to set this up where he knows stuff, but he's a sorcerer, so you're a ranger for a good amount, and you know what you're doing with this stuff. But still, no birds.
All right, so what would I see? Actually, let me let you do that thing while I think.
No, I'm already back. But yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Take your time.
Well,
Time's up.
Guess,
Answer.
I know. What would I see on, around in the surroundings? What would I see on the horizon, for instance? Do I notice anything different? Do I notice any ships? Do I notice any signs of war looking down on the town?
Signs of war? No. doesn't seem to be anything out there or anything like that that is happening. It the things that you had seen and the evidence that you had gathered of what was going on is obviously odd. You're running into things that are just not adding up with what you had been dealing with. And it's very odd, but you're not sure. It doesn't seem like there was just a battle or anything like that. It doesn't seem like there's an ongoing war or anything like that would necessarily create this, what's the word, vitriol, and just hatred, sort of, or in fear that was also being experienced by the two of you, by people who are running around and things of that nature, or running away and towards where you had been spotted. So there doesn't seem like there is a war, and it's only been 3 years. It's not like it was 50 years ago and now there's a hatred and anything like that. It's a relatively short amount of time, considering.
It was 3 years. I did not know it was 3. Has it been 3 years?
I believe no. I believe you guys had figured that out.
No, I don't think we had.
Well,
I had. We had.
Things had been started to get figured out. Maybe it was those guys in the bar, but you don't know that yet, apparently. So, but you do realize that it hasn't been something where it's a huge amount of time has passed. Things don't seem so different at the moment. Just like enough where you go, there are definite changes. Obviously, the elf thing is one, but there's definitely changes in the town as well that you had noticed on the way. You don't see, there's a little bit of movement in the port. It's nothing crazy. It's just business as usual sort of thing.
Okay. Could I explore the house? Well, we already explored the house, didn't we?
Yeah.
What's beyond the house while on the hill? Is there like a forest beyond the house, or I'm just trying to figure out some way of like gaining more intel.
So there's that rock area that you guys had fought the goblins on the way in. Not that the Corellian would know that, but on the way out, you fought the owlbears. So there's that rock field that leads to the forest that you guys entered through the town.
Okay. Could I
walk through to enter the town? Sentences in there.
I would inform Rack quickly that I'm going to go to that rock field. I just wanted to do one more observation down there, but I would let him know where I'm going. I could drag it or just like have it, I'll be right back. Because I want to see, I guess my main point is I know it sounds silly, I'm still trying to do the whole ranger thing, but trying to get something where I can utilize a little bit more than what I have right now. So,
in terms of
more intel gathering, because as it stands right now, I know nothing. I don't know where I am technically, so I don't know any of it.
Well, you would have had enough time to have gathered. In talking with these guys, they would have told you where everything was and everything that was going on. So
yeah,
that's
like having what I was doing before was when I was on my own was using beast sense to kind of have a spy, eyes in the sky type of thing. So what I'm trying to do is maybe go back, see where we killed the owlbears, see if anything's hanging out around there, and try to ranger it up a little bit. Try to get a beast somehow or a bird, and then just have something that's a little less suspicious roaming around and maybe listening in on conversations.
Yes. And that is... Hold on, I just want to put something back together. That is fine, you can do that. You can... And that's what you were trying to do with getting out to the field and stuff like that. Getting into kind of a nature sort of deal. I assume.
Yeah. I would also the only other thing I know I need to work on is the I remember I had learned to spell wild magic, and I was going to try and recall, I forget the exact spell, I'd have to find it, but it was one of the searching spells, like find person or something, that I had learned I could utilize. So I was trying to actually probably try to practice that a little, learn it better.
Okay.
Because it had like a 50-50 shot, I think, before, and I want it, better than...
Is this something that you have kept to yourself?
I don't think so. I think I would explain everything that I had going on. I think we have a wolf gang here too.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that's what I'd be trying to do. But first, I really do want to get those eyes, that eye in the sky type of thing. So,
all right. So you are at the mansion with Rack. Do you want to just go over that again real quick so that Rack knows what's going on? He can make a decision whether he's going with you, staying here. Throw him into the deep end right off the bat.
Yeah. So, Rack, what I am doing is I am heading to go to the owlbear field quickly, just to see if there's any, birds of prey or any birds about that I can try and tame or to use, explore around the area to see what's going on, and then return afterward. The minor divert.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Alright, cool. So you guys are gonna go there. Rack, are you doing anything specific yourself when you go, or are you just kind of, no, we're just going, I'm just supporting as he tries to take care of this ranger stuff that he does?
Yeah, I mean, like, we've already split up the party, and last time that Corellian went on his own,
I died.
Oh.
Yes, that's fair. So, since I can't lose you again, I'm going with you. Okay. I will be right back in that case. You guys head to the field, no problem. And if you want to discuss anything that you want to do, Eric, I assume you're going to be doing some animal handling. I think you're still looking for birds. And the reason that I assume you would have told Rack this is that he had set up some bait and some feed and things of that nature to attract birds on the roof of the mansion, but nothing showed up. So he wanted to kind of get away from it and attempt it further away. And I'll be back. How's it going?
Good. We have a scale of 5 to -5.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so there's 11.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So idolized being the top, below just loved, friends, acquaintance, liked, then just complete neutral, disliked, rival, enemy, hated, mailbag.
I think he agrees with the nail bag.
I just love how TJ, you know what I'm talking about, but I don't know if anyone else does. Just specifically nailbag. That's all I need to say. And TJ, you know.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone else does. But it catches on.
Yeah, being that is not his name.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And it just catches on. It's like, yeah, that's right. That's the one.
It's so disrespectful. We can't even say the name. So this is just a more appropriate name, and it also sounds like an insult. So it just, it gets
Right.
everything.
Exactly.
I get it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what has been decided? You guys have all met up, and you're out here in the woods. I assume some of the information, is in addition to the excellent stats that we'll have to get written down somewhere, and then we'll start to be able to see. That's going to be probably most of what people will be able to gather from like passive insight checks. And I actually kind of really like that idea of you wouldn't necessarily be able to see that it's like, oh, this person thinks that you're this. It's just like you think you're about a level 3. So I'm gonna get used to them because I haven't memorized them after hearing them once. But
I'll post
liked-
it in the chat whenever we're reunited. And,
right.
Yeah.
So
Or I can post it now. They
I was.
confused.
It,
I'm sure
you
they'll-
could even post it now since it's more of a meta thing that you guys would be working on. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking of for insight stuff. I like that idea and that concept. So that being said, you guys are in the woods. You've regathered. I don't know if you have a plan or if you've found each other and everything has been relayed that has been gathered from either party. Or Hal showed up and then everyone just was quiet and no one said anything to each other.
I
No,
think sorry, go.
We just explained this chart right here. I explained my current case against my suspicions of Oracle.
Yeah, that was more or
have
less.
been increasing. Drac is digesting the enormous amount of pie.
Hi, oh yeah. Hell
And-
yeah.
And is either comatose or is just being true neutral on this. He's just like, yep, whatever. Oracle can live or die. And then Hal.
Yeah, I think
How-
Drac would be like. I think Drac would. You would definitely erase suspicion. I think he'd just be. Yeah, I think he'd be suspicious. I think he'd just follow whatever the person next to him is saying. I don't think he'd really ever think about it.
I'm not here.
I like the idea that it's not. He'll just follow what the captain says. Like if captain says to kill him, I'll kill him. I've got no
If
problem with
Gilmar
that.
started
It's
talking
not
about
like
jet fuel and steel beams, he'd be like, "Wow, shit, are you
like
for real?"
yeah, like if the
Gilmar,
captain told me to
how did no one
kill
else figure this out?
if the captain told me to kill Gilmar, there might be
Gilmar,
a
you are
fight.
the smartest.
But
Oh.
Torkel, sure, I'll kill him. I don't care. It's like it.
In a weird change of character, not so weird because Hal is being against the captain, but he is coming at it from a more reasonable place, being like, we don't really know, or he doesn't really care that much about Torkel, so it sounds like Hal's neutral on this. He doesn't necessarily. It's not that. I don't want to put words in your mouth now.
I think the best way to say it is like I respect game. Like if this guy made a power move while we were away in hell and got paid for it, shit, that's I can kind of respect that. It doesn't mean I don't want to kill him, but it also means that like I'm not like as soon as I see you I'm gonna murder you. I want to know what happened first.
And then I'll murder you.
And then but that's anybody.
That's why I kill so many bards, because I'm like, tell me a story. That was a great story. Stab.
Did it.
I thought if I told a good story, you wouldn't kill me. Oh, you thought wrong. Stab again. That was a really good story. You should tell me. Oh, you're dead. Never mind. I'll get someone else.
Being impartial. Well, but I will wait and see, because I also know that I'm making a jump. It just seems when things go wrong that a guest on our ship takes over when we have filing like rank of command. Like if they said Peter Rufflekin single-handedly cleared out the mansion, I'd be like, that makes sense. We all know he's the main character. He's also the first mate. All that stuff, like
Right.
Or even if our lieutenants came in and they were like they couldn't find us and they cleared up. But like, it's just that Torkel once again took point of like the lead of all of this, and then he got name recognition as far as we know. And then it's like, okay, are you a guest on this ship, or are you just like
an asshole?
It sounds like he's covertly pulling strings, and even though it was cleared by the admiral and vice admiral, it's not feeling right anymore. So either he swears loyalty to them, and that was like another thing, is that everyone on the ship has a certain amount of loyalty to either the crew itself or to the actual fleet. But
Yep.
Torkel is just a guest, and then it's like, okay, why was your name thrown out about this? And if you did clear it, you could have lied about it, which Hal was like, hey, if you lied about it and you got paid, that just game recognized game is what essentially Hal was saying, which is like, fine, I see that point, but that doesn't mean that wasn't a move against us. So if he found us and we were captured by a lich, and then he's just like, I'm leaving and I'm getting paid for this job, that's a betrayal. So
Right.
That's why that's
That's a
Yeah.
betrayal
I
on
just
my
I
part.
just imagine like if the shoes were switched, and Torkel was like for some reason I've been hired to go clear out this like mansion from whatever, and we're like, and he's like, I'm gonna make money for the crew, and we're like, okay, and we're sitting on the boat, and then he disappears, and we're like, fuck, that guy's been gone for a while, and then Drac or Hal or somebody comes wandering back, and they're like, hey, I just found this new magician guy, and then somebody's like, yeah, I think we can pretty much tell the mayor, like, we took care of it and he'll pay us. We'd be like, okay, let's do this, and we'd immediately leave. I just see it as like if somehow this was switched, we would be doing the exact same thing that Torkel potentially has done, and that's why Hal is trying to stay neutral with this.
Hal, ever since you became a dwarf, this newfound empathy you have, it's really driving me insane.
Really grinds my.
I don't know if it's the physical stature just being smaller, and then maybe feeling smaller, and then you can now like empathize with the lesser people or something, but I don't like it. But it's not even making me angry, and it's making me angry that it's not making me angry, but in a way that's more confusing than anything. I don't like this.
I don't like any of it.
Hal has definitely found a new way to crawl under Harper's skin. It used to be so much simpler when I would say, hey Hal, kill something. He's like, but what about if, he also stole shit, so I kind of like him because he stole shit. I'm like, how are you empathizing with his badness? Oh my god.
So I just think that the main thing now is I need to go back to being a human, because this dwarf shit's messing with me.
I can tell. It's like, hey, guess what? He stabbed me too, and I saw myself in that, and I can get behind it. What are you talking about? Stab me back. It used to be simpler.
Okay, everyone give me a history check. Hal with advantage.
Oh shit. Thank God, because the first one was a 7. Oh,
The second one's a 6.
No, it's shockingly got better.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know. I don't fucking understand where we're going
Yes.
with this.
Harbor's just mad.
You're still stuck on the Torkel thing,
Yes.
where it's just like, and the whole new Harbor thing, and it's just like,
No.
God.
Don't make him even madder. Don't
oh
make
yeah,
him even madder.
yeah. No, this
I
is
said
this
my
is
own name. Am I
this
seeing
is-
myself in you now, you little shit.
what is happening to me?
I'm gonna hang you by your own beard.
Harbor has a blackout all of a sudden, where then he's a dwarf, but like
No.
the
Harbor's
same.
dealing himself psychic damage. Ow!
And just he's just envisioning himself as even shorter in stature than a dwarf. So now he's just like, "Duh, I get it. I hate you getting it. Me, shut up, shit, fuck." So with those rolls, except for Harbor, who is just losing it right now, Drac and Hal, you guys, after a while of kind of being there, Hal, you were saying, you were thinking before where it's like, there's something I'm forgetting. We're going to the woods, but I found these guys. That's what I remembered. But it's been a while. Where are these guys? And you remember that the plan that had been thrown out and put into place was not that you would be meeting in the woods, even though that had been discussed that you guys would be able to find each other because of having a ranger in either group, but the fact that they were going to end up going to the mansion. And that is what you two remember.
In dwarf form is in the woods, and he just goes, "Fuck!" And then he turns around and just starts going towards the mansion.
All right, bring them back here. I can't believe they fucked this up so bad.
Okay. All right. I'll be back.
Logically about removing ourselves from, the whole problem.
Yeah. Our problem was we were thinking logically.
Yeah.
So, Kevin, I see that PJ's captaining so hard right now.
Yes. So, we are... you guys have made it to the field. Excuse me, no problems. You're trying to do some stuff out there. Is there, anything that you are looking to do in particular?
Here, birdie, birdie, birdie.
Pretty much.
Okay, give me, in that case, nature or survival? Which one would be the most...
I think nature would probably be the best, because survival... actually... Maybe survival would be the best.
I agree. And it's not because I have a +6 in survival and a -1 in nature.
Right. It's never that reason. Alright, so I want to see.
Never that.
Follow tracks, forage, find a trail, or avoid natural hazards. And... nature. Recall lore about terrain, plants, animals, and weather. Lore. I guess give me one of each. I mean, yeah.
okay, nature was dirty 20. No, nature was not dirty 20.
Shit.
Nature was a
Nature's-
4. And
Yeah.
survival was a dirty 20.
All right. With that, you are able to. Actually, what are you trying to do specifically?
So I want to first see, because I'm sure the owlbear carcasses are still there. I want to see if there's any hawks or vulture. Well, actually, I'm looking more for hawks or eagles. Those that are
Birds of prey.
raptors, if you may, that are circling or. Because that would be cool, right?
I'm not sure. I might ask Wolfgang on this too. Is he breaking up for you as well, or is it?
Okay, I thought it was me. I thought it was my
Okay.
phone. Cool.
Oh. Oh. Well,
Yeah,
that's,
Eric. If you don't mind, I don't know, maybe jumping out and in. Hopefully that'll do a quick little reset fix.
Yeah. All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
So, for feasting on the owlbear's corpses, or an owlbear cub if that's hanging around too. Since we fought owlbears, who knows? There might be a cub lying around, and that'd be pretty cool to tame.
Yes. So, why don't you? So you're looking for birds, correct? Like birds of prey.
Yeah.
Okay. It's still not 100% coming through, but we'll deal with it and see if we need to take any other steps or anything like that. But in the meantime, like it's coming through, but then like sometimes, like a certain word, like I said, you're like I'm looking for
to
to see if it's like yep. So
There we go.
I'll just let you know, especially with the rolls that you guys got, for the most part. You are able to discern that there's a couple animals that are around, and you're able to get some information about some birds that are flying around. There's some eagles around and stuff like that. Because these are some pretty legit corpses that have. I mean, was it just earlier today?
Yeah,
Right?
just earlier today. They're still fresh.
Yeah.
That's why I'm figuring, there's probably birds about, but also, now I'm thinking about it, there might be a cub of those owl bears somewhere in the woods that possibly we could try and snag.
You're gonna
Yeah.
brother bear that cub.
Yeah.
What was
So.
Oh, hey, I killed your mother. You're my little brother now.
So you are able to get both of those things. You are able to find an owlbear cub, and there are some eagles flying around.
Okay. Can I try to, do my best animal handling to try and get both of them? Or one eagle and an owlbear cub?
Let's try and get the eagle.
Alright. Ugh. That did not work out.
Unfortunately, it seems to fly away. It doesn't. You thought you did stuff like you usually do, but not exactly. and it doesn't exactly go through. And
I should have cast Animal Friendship.
well, unfortunately, like, what's the information on that one?
There you go.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if it's only 30 feet and it flies away before you have the chance to actually cast it on that eagle.
Okay.
But the bear cub is there. Okay. 1 second.
Willis was dead the whole time.
Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, I'm grabbing you.
Okay.
Alright. Get that roll.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Animal Friendship, so it needs to make a Wisdom 17 save.
Me?
Oh, no, not you.
Oh, I was like, shit,
Yeah,
what's happening?
the
last thing
as
I heard
you
was
are
Kevin
doing
said,
this.
Tom, I'm grabbing you. And then
Yeah.
you're like, make a Wisdom 17 save. I was like, what?
Yeah, as you're doing this, it looks past you, and you're doing this to try and get some information. I keep saying information, but that's not the correct word that I'm trying to say.
We're trying to brother bear this cub.
Right, exactly. I know.
I'm trying to...
And it is. Hold on, I need to get the actual right here. And wisdom, you said?
Yeah, Wisdom 17.
Where is... Oh, I'm right here. Duh. Oh. Just makes it.
Oof.
And...
No, wait.
Oh.
I would like to use Bend Luck. And you can -3 from that saving throw, Kevin.
Alright, just doesn't make it.
Alright. So then, would I cast Animal Handling at advantage then, while it's being charmed?
Well, as this is happening, Hal's coming up. And... Hal, you jumping in here?
I mean, I'm here. Yep, what's up?
I am trying to tame an owlbear for myself. An owlbear cub.
I'm just wondering if there's any sense of urgency or anything on your end, Hal. Or if it's like, no, we have time for this.
I feel like Hal's trying to get back to the manor to meet up with everybody and tell them about what he observed at the mayor's shop, but if he comes across these two trying to wrangle an owlbear cub, I mean, if anything, Hal's just like, do you need help, or are you good?
Hold for now. We'll see.
So just so you know, Hal, as far as I understood, Harbor was having you come over here to get them to bring them back into the woods to where Drac and Harbor are.
So I think maybe I misunderstood then. I thought that you had said, I remembered I had to go to the manor because that's where we were going to go.
Yes.
And
then on the way to the manor, you ran into these guys. Because
I misunderstood. Okay.
So you had gone to the woods and found those guys. Then you and Drac remembered that they were going to the mansion, not the woods.
Mansion, sorry.
So then Harbor was saying, oh my god, go get them. And then so you went, and now you were on your way there and ran into them on the way.
All right. In that case, you probably want to hurry up because Harbor's getting mad, and not like just mad at me, but like mad.
Not the usual. He sees me, he's mad.
Well, I mean that's.
He sees enemy, he's mad, but not as mad.
All right. So yeah, I'm still gonna try though, just to. All right, let me.
Okay.
So. Let's see. We got a 22, and then a for advantage purposes an 11. So 22.
Okay, this thing is seeming warmed up to you a little bit, and you're able to, I don't know, what are you trying to do? Like you're trying to feed him or something?
Yeah, I'm just trying to feed him, get him comfortable. I might. It's gonna be funny, but how big is the owlbear cub?
He is like 4 feet.
All right. Have you ever seen The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic?
Yes. No, I know where you're going with this. You don't have that much healing. So, we'll see how that 12 strength and 13 constitution work out for you as you're trying to pull this off.
Yes. Or at least try to lead into the woods if not, but I'm going to see if I can carry it first off.
Okay, give me a strength check. Athletics.
Athletics? Okay, that helps.
Yes.
That's a lot different.
It did not help.
That did not. Okay. In that case, I'm just going to...
You're the girl when she tries to lift him.
I think I'm just going to lure it into... just have it follow me a little bit. And, feed it with food and have it follow me. So...
Okay. It's following. You have to keep making checks along the way, and it is really slowing you down. But you are able to have it follow you to an extent.
Okay. And because it's still charmed for 24 hours, I think all animal handling checks are made with advantage, correct?
I don't know.
Well, I presume so, since it likes me now. So a 14, what does that do?
14 keeps it going.
Wait, is it 14 or 22?
Could
All right.
I just try to?
You
could I
rolled
just try to
3.
pick it up and carry it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Athletics check.
Yes.
All right. 23 or 22. Sorry.
Okay. Give me a dex save. You're able to hop out of the way as it tries to peck at you with its beak, because
It doesn't know you.
it doesn't know you.
So like, have you ever seen the animal handlers that like take care of pandas, and they come up and basically put them in a soft
Yeah.
little Nelson? That's what I'm doing. I'm just coming up behind it, just putting my hands between it, and as it goes limp, I sort of like V my elbows in towards its side, and it's like, "Rah!" And I'm like, all right, let's do this. Come on. Harbor's getting mad. We gotta go.
So
All
give
right.
me another athletics, because if you're trying to do it by force, it's going to be with disadvantage.
I thought it would be
You
a
can do it.
disadvantage anyway, because he's so
Especially,
short
nice.
now.
You've got it. It is not. It is not liking this, and it's not. But you've got it. You are
I
able
don't
to.
want to deal with Harbor. That's the only reason I'm doing
Oh
it.
no,
I don't
that's
wanna deal with Harbor.
that's fair. All right, so you guys, with that, you are able to make it along the way. There's some that stuff that's not all ideal, but in the meantime, we're not worried about that. Let's get everyone back in. Finally, Tom, and then me.
I
Okay.
see Drag and need to roll for drag tolerant. Ooh, I only rolled an 8 today.
You might want to roll with disadvantage. He's currently comatose.
Eyes.
With,
yeah, eight pies that were meant for the whole team.
we've been rolling him to get from place to place. That's why we sent him out. We couldn't roll Drac any further.
You just go and get them. Jesus. Okay.
Trying to think of like the weakest spell that I could use on him to get him to puke.
You can put the spider mask on.
No.
Spider Mask is gone.
Yeah.
No!
It's in the whatever fucking Cool Ranch Mountain Dew. I know that's not the name, but
Baja Blast.
there it is. Same family though. That's definitely like the same family of names.
For sure.
Baja Blast is the Mountain Dew version of Cool Ranch.
I do like the mountain version though. That I think
Right?
I can stick with that. I do like
The
that.
Mountain version Dew.
The mountain version, dude. Yep.
Okay, so everyone's back together. Hal is coming in with a full Nelson owlbear in tow, as well as everyone. He's lagging a little bit behind because he's got an owlbear and he's got shorter legs.
All of this is true.
But now,
He does,
and
he does say out
before,
loud, I'm doing this for you, Captain.
No, he's not.
Harbor's just like, God, I hate that he's kind of like reliable now. Do I hate that? I don't know if I hate that.
There's so much that doesn't make sense.
Maybe I'm not mad at Torkel if something happened, even if he caused this time skip. All right, Harbor, you're now one level lower.
Fucking knew it.
What happened? I'm one level lower because why?
Okay,
Hal being like kind of reliable is confusing you, and so you've lost your anger. You can't go Super Saiyan.
God damn it. Now
You're not mad anymore.
I'm level 16.
No, I'm only kidding.
Paradox.
You are you're right, exactly. And then because of that, so there's times where you're just kind of skipping back and forth between 15 and 16. So sometimes your rage is starting to flicker out. It's like a light bulb that's about to have to be
Like
changed.
Ultra Instinct.
Yeah,
You haven't completely mastered it yet.
got it. This is more ego, but yes, 100%.
Well, I don't read the manga, so
It's
I don't care about ego.
fair enough.
All right, so I want to go over this real quick. We have a new ranking system of what's the best word to use to describe this?
Like
Love hate.
ratio.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, Tom had the same question when he initially joined in.
This sounds like an Ome game.
Is it our opinion of NPCs or NPCs' opinion of us, or does it go both of those ways, or does
Both. I mean, you could be a 3 and someone else is a -2. So you think they're your friend, but really, and they're at a -3, and it's
Really, they're spreading rumors about it.
right, exactly. They're actually just a mean girl.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what this game is turning into. That's
Like
that.
Hal and Jeremy. Hal, you have no idea the shit that Jeremy says when he steps away and has a cigarette. He's a
Right.
catty bitch.
We've got a
hilarious.
5 and a -4 on that one, on that relationship.
He stole
And
your
then-
diary. Well, 'cause yeah. You just say everything to him, and he just tells the rest of the shit.
Pretty fucked
know,
up,
Jeremy,
man. Not gonna lie.
I'm so
upset,
glad
probably so
that I can always confide in you. Yeah, okay, whatever, bitch.
You know,
What, did you just
I
talk?
have
Oh, I mean, no. Oh,
I have to
I
deal
thought you
with
could
him.
talk.
I have to deal with him because he gets rid of my glowing shit. But besides that, I can't stand the guy.
He fucking
God.
literally kidnapped me in like a lunchbox, and now I live at sea.
Right.
I lived underground with my whole family.
I had a
and this asshole
family.
just stole me, and now I'm here.
I have a son,
I think
man.
I'm happy.
Jeremy is just Ken.
Now that we're all reunited,
I had a son,
I
man.
I'm pretty angry, but I don't know how much that differentiates from usual. But I am more curious about what Rack and Corellian have found.
I'm angry in a
Alright.
curious kind of way.
Well,
Yeah,
It's,
I'm ready. I'm ready to
it's
get
like
more
Ben
into it.
Stiller in Mystery Men. Is there
just-
any way I
just
can
want to say that as
apologize in a mad
Al
way?
comes back and drops the full Nelson owl bear cub on the ground, he goes, just remember what I said. This is not Drax's plaything. And then I just escape it because I don't want to get bit.
So I'll go next to the owlbear cub and try to soothe it, but I will.
What is
also-
with the owl bear cub? What is this?
We brother bears.
Don't act
Oh my
like
God,
you don't know who
I
that
told
is.
you, I was only helping out.
Right.
when-
That's my son. I have no idea who that is.
That's me right now.
I know.
Why is there a bear cub on the airplane?
Yes, that was a perfect Charles impression.
Well, I'm still waiting. What is
can, you-
going on?
can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, all right. There's no. Our ship is gone. The owlbear cub, I'm just trying to tame in order to, it's just rangering things. And yeah, that's where we were at. We noticed that the townspeople, even when we tried to talk to them, still were afraid of us. Even
So
with
we thought, well, let's get an owl bear. They'll listen to us then.
Who doesn't listen to
Probably
an owl
just
bear?
tried to kill us when we were trying to fucking get back to town. Steal it.
I like the idea of Drax saying that, and then Harbor turning to him, it like being all mad at the whole situation and being like, Drac. No, actually, that's a good point. I want to be mad. So that's not
wanna be
helping
mad.
with the anger, but
Just further makes him mad. Hal's making sense. Drax making sense. What the fuck is
Right.
happening right now?
If you think this is
I
gonna be
can't-
like, you dad's against getting a dog, and then you get a dog, and you think it's gonna end up like that situation.
But then you end up being the best friend with the dog.
It's not gonna end up like that.
You're definitely gonna match the owl bear's like toughness, and you guys are just both gonna just fuck up all the enemies.
When I teach him how to rage. But you know
Yep.
what? We're not there yet.
Well, you know what, TJ, give it enough session. I bet that'll happen. He'll get that upgrade.
and DJ just goes, I am not gonna give it enough sessions, and then he just kills it.
It's close.
It's like, oh, okay.
I am pretty annoyed right now. I'm really mad about the ship, but I wasn't really expecting it to be there at the same time, being that it's been fucking 3 years.
Hey,
What
what?
else? What else have you done?
That's it, because we tried to find out more information, but every time that we talked to anybody, they saw through disguises and just.
You don't say.
Oh,
Don't say.
And they said, "Get your
Hey,
knife ears out
hey,
of here."
you guys don't get to say anything. You didn't see through his disguise.
That's fair. That is fair.
That was the old Drac.
This is
a lot
the
of
new
wiser
and improved
now.
Drac. I experienced things when I was away.
but yeah. So that's what we've kind of. Out. That ship is done. There's not a lot of ships in the port either. Only a couple merchant ships that look like they're maybe leaving in the next day or two, and a couple fishing vessels that were coming in and out of the port. Just anchored or moored out off that we could potentially
Use.
unload off of the per se.
Yeah, suitable enough for us to get back to Noven's home base.
Definitely at least one or two merchant vessels. But the problem is they are very active right now, so it's not something that we'd be able to just sneak on out in the water. They're at the port. They're docked.
Got it.
We could try and attempt a
I mean,
midnight.
we could try a Bernard. Just saying.
See if our posters are still there.
Mm-mm.
No, well, yeah, but no. I mean, like we could wait until night.
Yeah.
Pull a Bernard and take one of the ships.
I agree. Quartermaster's making a lot of sense.
Yep.
But the owlbear's got to come with us.
Yeah.
He kind of brother bared it, so killed its mother, then took it with us.
All right. The only idea that I've pitched to mainly Drac, but I don't think he's been listening. He's been in this.
Does he ever? Does he ever?
He's still in his food coma.
He's been agreeing with me, but I don't know how much is getting.
Yeah, Captain.
And then
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Hal, I already knew he was a madman, but I don't understand.
I
where
never
he's coming
knew
from
he
now.
was this mad.
Yeah, he's like experiencing empathy, but in the weirdest way. Even if it fucks him up, I don't get it. So now that you guys are back, I am very suspicious of Torkel because his name was thrown out there, and I'm afraid that Torkel took over our ship. And
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time.
exactly. And being that he's a
I didn't
guest,
want him on.
and they're-
I mean, like I didn't want him on the ship to begin with, but we kind of bonded.
yeah,
So
that's the whole thing, is that we also got the blessing from the admiral and the vice admiral. Everything's been set, but he was said to have cleared out the house after we were there, and we were not rescued from that at all, or somehow his name was thrown out there, so he has some involvement with this house, and our crew didn't come looking for us, all these different things. So
all right. Pause. Wolfgang as the player, I fucking knew it. All right, I'm good.
yeah, so my suspicions are definitely matching Rack's initials suspicion. And
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't second in command at the time when I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. So
we didn't really have that worked out. But now we do, and we also have ranks for everyone else on this ship, and that Torkel being the guest is taking over. It seems like a coup, so he needs, even with a really good explanation, it's either if he has a good explanation, then maybe we don't kill him, just like, you're off the ship, because we need this, or if it's a bad one, and we really don't, and we think that he's, acting against us, then we're going to kill him. So.
I just want to say again, I am not opposed to that option. I'm just saying that right now, Hal is just like game respecting game. That's all.
Could, Kevin, could I try to cast that wild magic locate person to try and locate Torkel to see if I could find him in the area? See if he's still.
Wild magic?
Yeah, so I developed one little skill on my travels where in the temple of the wild magic wannabes.
Hold on. We went to fucking hell, and you went to the wild magic wannabe temple.
Yeah,
What
we
the
did.
fuck?
He was there.
We've been over this.
I know.
Yeah.
He was gone way longer than us, so this makes
Okay.
sense. I really feel like Brilliant is learning from all of us. Soon he's going to rage and he's going to have multi-attack. And it's going to be everything.
Are we sure Peter Ruffkins is the chosen one?
I don't know.
You're right.
Yeah, I don't know anymore. Yeah.
We have he came in here just being like, oh, I'm like Hal, for better or worse, probably
worse.
probably better.
Probably better.
Oh,
And then he's like, oh, I'm learning wild magic just like Rack, and that's, you have a few more steps. And then he's like, yeah, I just have a little of every ability. You're a jack of all trades.
And then it turns out he was just a bard the whole time.
Yes, exactly. Jack of all trades. So what do you guys, with that info, what do you guys think that we should do? And we could try to meet with the mayor.
So the mayor, but for full disclosure, the mayor's staff or entourage basically blew us off and told us we couldn't see the mayor for a week, and that's still not sitting well with most of us.
Right. So we were gonna have, a surprise meeting with them, is what we were thinking. And forcefully meet. And then, unless there's anything else on the table that you guys think we should do, I think that we barge in, not through the front door, but we get a meeting with them.
So I cast fly on everyone and we barge in through the window?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. We turn it into Always Sunny, interrogating that guy about changing the review of the bar kind of thing. And pretty much the goal of what we're trying to get from this is I just want more information about what was discussed with Torkel. And then from there, then we go out and we find what else is happening. Otherwise, I don't really have any more questions for him. It's just about what's your relation
For the main,
what they need to do.
Okay, so in that case, what's the specific thought process on that? Like, are you guys doing that tonight? Do you want to scope things out a little bit, plan more? Do you want to...
So Hal would share what he scoped out after spending several hours staring at the mayor's house. And I think the main thing that was taken away was that there is one window that seems to be like the sort of the center of activity, and that there's also both a patrolling guard and a randomized guard, as well as several sort of sentry towers that have people posted in them. And so probably the most likely way to get in would be to create a diversion of some sort, and then when all the guards rush that way, or most of them, everybody else can kind of try to rush in and go a different way, and then go from there. At least that's my thought.
Okay, so before we do anything else on that, when I told that to Tom and for his character, I was thinking it was night, that he was kind of staying around at that point for the night. I'm not going to take that information away, but I am going to say for him to have gathered that information, he would have to have scouted it overnight, sort of thing. So if you guys, or not necessarily overnight, but just for a period of time when it's actually night, so that he can see that the lights are on in this room, and maybe in the window he sees the mayor
mayor's wife.
that you
He
guys.
says, wow, she looks great.
She looks just like the elf lady from the Habitation. Son of a bitch!
I think we should go in through this window.
Right. So it's just that it's not that he doesn't have this information to share. He just doesn't have it yet.
Yeah, the size of her cans, you wouldn't believe, guys.
Yeah, she grabbed that can of peaches. That thing was huge. I was so full.
I couldn't believe it.
Wait, what do you think?
She has 0 scurvy.
Right.
Her scurvy level's at an all-time low.
Do we want to steal?
It's at a nail bag level.
It's the nailbag level of scurvy. Anyways, but yeah. So I mean, if that's the case, and I have to do it, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah. So Hal would have to do
what I'm
that.
fine with, guys? I'm fine with casting a twin spell fireball.
Comes to that. For sure.
Shitty shanty.
Shitty shanty.
Oh, the words! The words!
Again, I think it's more of a maybe this isn't plan A. But maybe. I mean, if you guys want that to be plan A, that's fine. Go in, fireballs ablazing. So anyway, I start blasting.
We
So anyway,
could.
stop blast.
Well, anyway, I start blasting, then I turn into a giant ape.
We could also steal a ship and park it in a cove somewhere, so at least we have a ship and, under the cover of darkness while Hal does all his spying, so that we can then, do what we need to do the next night.
So, the only issue I have with that is people are gonna recognize the ship when we come back.
Well, no, we wouldn't. We'd park it in a cove somewhere. We wouldn't come back via the ship.
Well, we have the manor that we could crash in for right now that we just cleared out.
True.
Yeah. I think it's clear, and I think it is now.
It is. Yeah, it is now. I mean, we literally.
Yeah,
killed the Lich,
you guys
so.
had cleared it and went through it. You stayed there the night. You just things seemed like they were fine. No issues that you had run into. So
I mean, I'm trying to, with this, just kind of maximize the intimidation factor. Like, we wait into a room that we know he's going into, he opens it up, and then
Hello.
Rack does hold person. And then we're like, all right, you guys grab him. And then we're just like, all right, just here to talk. And then get
Yeah.
information from that.
You notice
things go
how
poorly-
we're not killing you right now?
Yeah. Yeah. We're not going to call
you
the
notice how
guards.
it could be.
Yes.
I like
So-
this plan.
We're not
All right,
going to
and-
start a whole out, war with everything. But if we have to fight our way to the docks, then that we'll have to do that.
So
we're
maybe
gonna
it
try
makes,
to avoid it.
maybe it makes sense then with what Corellian was saying, like to have a boat waiting somewhere. So just in case shit goes sideways, we do have a way to sail off.
I'm worried that people would know that a ship is missing and then raise alarms there. I'd rather raise alarms at the mansion and then.
Well, what if we could just like hire a boat in the sense that we're like, yeah, we'd like to go out for a sail. Is that all set? And then we just get on and punch him in the face and sail away with it.
All right, you want to go buy a boat?
I mean, if we got the cash, let's do it.
All right. Hal has offered to buy us a boat.
Hang on. I have.
Yeah.
I don't. If I got cash, cool. But I don't know if I. Hold on.
We all have individual.
I have like 7,000. Yeah, I have almost 8,000 gold. So yeah, Well, what Hal's gonna do is Hal's gonna pay to charter a boat, and then we're gonna steal it. But that's what Hal's gonna do. So.
Yeah, and then if you want to bring put a dinghy right here, a small boat that we can all jump on, and then ride down the river, and then go to the boat. Fine with that too. Whatever works. Or Rack
just a
has
pickup.
offered, we can always fly. We might already have fly
Yeah, flying
on
might
us.
be good. That's pretty good. I mean, how long can we fly
That's
for?
a good trick.
We can.
Minutes.
I think having several plans with some redundancy, so that we're not like we were when we were in the first town, with setting walls on fire and going crazy and whatnot, or at least I was. Like we just have other escape plans. Like, oh well, that sucks. Let's go do this now, kind of thing.
Oh, man, I feel like Tomb has conditioned us to overthink, and I think we're all overthinking it.
Yeah.
Let's
okay.
just fly in and kidnap. Sorry, not kill.
Kill. Oh, we're not killing.
I get my K words mixed up all the time.
Yeah.
So, as far as the plan that you came up with, TJ, of wanting to be in the room so you can ambush him sort of thing, that is going to take Hal scouting it out to gain the information that he did before. Which would be into the nighttime. So if you guys wanted to try and do it all at once, or if you wanted to take a night and then kind of regroup, figure out anything else, if you wanted to get a boat so that you could have something at the river up here, like you guys had said, so that it's right over here and you can kind of make your way down quickly. If you wanted to do any sort of other thing, if you wanted to try and steal a boat, I know there's been kind of some things that have come up and yay or nay on it, so different options, but it is going to take some time before that happens, so that it's kind of an issue with that, where Hal could gather the information that he had already gathered, just he hadn't yet. So you would be, know that if he succeeds and just takes his time to do this, then he'll be able to report back with the information that you're looking for, of what room is he going to be in, so that we can sneak in somehow and ambush him. So in terms of time frame, that's going to take, I mean, if we say we'll call it tonight, then you guys have a night, and then Hal can come back, and then we can figure it out from there.
Yeah, if you guys
but if you guys have any thoughts that you want to do throughout the night, or if you still wanted to try and do it tonight, let me know.
I mean, Captain, how fast do you want this done?
I want to do this pretty quick, and as much as I want to do that initial plan of ambushing him, if we already see him in a room and we ambush him that way, we can still, unbeknownst to him, he's like, working on papers at his desk, and then all of a sudden he can't move because you cast hold person on him. That's still pretty enough to strike fear in him. So we could do something like that.
And then the Minotaur flies in his window.
Yeah, it's an opportunity tonight. Yeah.
He flies into his window,
completely bloated and just like flying, but like rolling forward just slowly.
We create a new combination with Harbor and Drac and Baldrak, where Harbor becomes a soccer player or cricket player with his axe.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
don't forget, I do still have Iggy, so if Iggy could fly somebody up there too.
Yeah, we'll just go.
I'm not too fat to fly, Tom.
No, that's not.
Fly doesn't.
No. I wasn't offering. I wasn't offering you. He couldn't lift you at this
he's
moment.
Not gonna, he's not going to carry you.
We don't need
and also
giant fly sounds.
I like
make giant fly sounds. He must.
Tom, you would appreciate this when Wolfgang said Baldrak. All I could think of was Baldric from Blackadder.
That's pretty funny.
Also,
that's actually pretty funny. If anybody's never watched Blackadder, go watch it and you'll love it.
Yeah,
you'll
it's
love
on
it.
Hulu
There's
now.
just no way you won't. So
Yeah.
So just watch it.
Season one is but the rest of them 100% solid amazingness.
That's
My fucking queen.
That's the British comedy series with the guy that does Mr. Bean, right?
Yep.
Rowan
Yes, sir.
Atkinson, yes.
And also Hugh Laurie from House.
Yep.
Yep.
And you would never
and
think
Stephen
of, like,
Fry.
Roadhouse.
You watch that and you're like, holy shit, that's the guy that turned into House? That's crazy.
Well, then they also had their own. Hugh Laurie and Stephen Fry had a bit of Fry and Laurie, which was
I don't think I've
also
ever seen that one.
out of its mind. It was like a skit show, but yeah, it's that one. It has some solid, ridiculous skits in it. But that being said, those are some good suggestions
All right,
for shows.
I'm just gonna run to the fridge. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So, are we doing this tonight? Is it
Yeah,
kind of we're just
we're
doing
gonna-
flying in?
We're gonna scope it out. We're going to be toward the outside of the mayor's house, just enough to like stay away from guard rounds and everything. But Hal and Relling, if you're up for it, you guys can scout out the house. And then if we see an opening tonight, we can act on it. We can hold person through a window, go in through the window, and attack that way. And then just as soon as we know that he's there without guards or anything like that, we talk to him, find out the information, what he remembers about Torkel, what actually happened, what he was told, and then we're set. And we can just say, all right, and we fly out his window, and don't raise any alarms. And we'll see what happens from there. And if he raises alarms, we can always go back. So, so don't you do it. Sound good?
Sounds like a sharp plan.
Okay. So, in that case, let's get you guys moving towards it. So, in that case, we can flip this thing. Put you guys... No, that's not the right one. I need to get you here, here. No, I still need this here, so I can drag you like that. I need to get everyone visible, so who isn't here? 1 and 2. Alright, you guys are at the mansion. What is the plan? I know you went over it. Corellian and Hal are set up. You, with the stuff that you had done before, Hal, you are able to figure out just everything that you had discovered. The room on the right side of the building, kind of in the middle. That was the one that you had seen the action in, and you had seen the mayor from time to time as you were
And to be
scouting.
To be clear, right side of the building meaning we're at the bottom looking at the building, our right side, so the right side of the map
Yes.
right now. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I share that. We're all kind of here right now. And, what's the plan?
Yeah, so-
Dan? What are we doing?
I'm gonna say that you guys had to do that from like 8 8 to 11-ish in terms of scouting it out, gathering the information. Everything that you know is obviously kind of limited, but because it's not like you've seen this over multiple days and you know that this is the usual practice or anything like that. It might be, but you just can't know without having done it for just investing more time on it.
Understood.
But that being said, it's you feel pretty comfortable. You know he's in that room. You've seen him and everything like that. You guys, if you want, I'm assuming that you're kind of gathering back together so that you can just go over everything and let them know, now that you actually have the information, Corellian and Hal, let them know what's going on with that and where he is. And are we commencing the plan? And tell me what everyone's doing and how we're getting there, who's getting fly, who's using their fly, hold person, everything.
Drac for sure needs to fly.
So
It's kind of like the fall. You'll be rolling them through leaves.
I just kind of thought that, what if I polymorphed myself and someone else, and we snuck in while the other people make distractions? Like polymorph into like a mouse or cat or something, or even
Actually,
a bird.
what about like something that could fly, so you could fly through the window? Because I think that the window was on the second floor, right?
Yes. So yeah, the last suggestion you threw out there of a bird, that could work with what Hal is offering for information. And so what's the plan? Who would be the distraction makers? Who would be those making it into the room?
So I would assume that Harbor and I would be making it into the room because he wants me to cast Hold Person, and Harbor has the most intimidation out of all of us to get information.
I think that makes sense.
Tracks.
Okay. Then, in that case, what is the distraction team? What are you guys going to be doing?
Alright, I want Corellian to disguise himself as something, and then we're gonna get him. I don't like that plan. I said it out loud, but I don't like that plan.
I like that plan. That was a funny plan.
What if we just like stage like a sort of like a drunken disorderly
Thinking,
like, altercation?
I was thinking, I don't know what we have for resources, but like a cart hit my Minotaur. You know, you gotta pay.
Well, hold on.
So
How many
sort
cards are we distracting?
There's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. There are patrols that kind of... There's one patrol that you had noticed that scouts the whole house. There's one patrol that scouts the left side and one that scouts the right side. They kind of alternate based on like one will be going down as the other one's going up, so they always kind of have the corners covered. Meanwhile, the other scouting group, they're just patrolling the house, just wandering it around the outside just periodically, in addition to the 2 guards that are posted up at the front door that are just staying there.
All right. Does anyone have thunderclap?
I do not.
only when I twerk.
That checks out.
Well, start twerking.
Hal's just like, yeah, no, I know.
A Minotaur twerking would get the guard's attention, I think.
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna challenge you by saying you can't dance, and then you're gonna start twerking, which is gonna make your thunderclap happen. and then everyone's going to come out to see that. I mean, it's not the worst plan we've ever had.
I mean, honestly, unfortunately, no.
Actually, better thing. Can I cast Enlarge on Crack to make him an extra big twerking minotaur?
I mean, who wouldn't come out to see that?
Anyone who has any sanity left.
I'm sorry, but like a dwarf is like, you can't dance. You got nothing. I don't care how big your thighs are. And then
Show me what you got.
show me what you've got. And then the twerking begins.
Clap, 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 clap. Clap, 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 clap.
It's Drac Thunder Cheeks Minotaur. I don't know your last name, so.
Thunder Cheeks is a good one.
Thunder Cheeks is his stage name.
Yeah, but Minotaur is his last name. Hal's last name used to be human, but now it's dwarf.
No, it's
It's
just a
right side.
question mark.
So yeah, the let's get this going. We'll be able to at least start it up and see where anything happens. So we're gonna have.
Yeah, but enlarging me would be good. Definitely, whether I twerk or not, having an enlarged minotaur.
Alright, so I'm going to cast a couple firebolts in the air to start off with, but then I'm going to cast Enlarge at second level on Drac.
Okay, so if that is the plan,
Dance.
that's
giant
fine.
minotaur versus a dwarf dance off. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the internet would break if that was a thing you could say.
Yeah.
So.
Drac and
Yeah.
Hal break the internet.
That's episode
All right.
4.
So in that case, let's get you guys split up. If there's nothing else that anyone has that thoughts on this plan,
Well,
while
I'm
you
sure we
guys
have
are
plenty of
still
thoughts,
together?
but it's what we have.
well, thoughts that they wanted to share with other groups while you are still in the midst of each other. But if not, we're going to move on so that we can start the actual mission that has been proposed and go from there. So, I'm going to move everyone to the channels that they are going to be in, that they are taking care of. So let's get 1 and 2. All right, so you guys, I mean, I'm in here still, so I might as well start with you.
Drac,
The
what is your best twerking song? What's your best song to work with?
I don't know. what
Safety
would be
dance?
Drac- Yeah. No. Safety dance. I don't know what's a good twerking song.
Would it be
What do you got, Eric? What do you got?
more be
what's
like
the turn down for what?
for
Yeah.
Like
perfect.
that sort of. All right, so now that you have that in your mind, is there any way that that's being conveyed to others around?
Obviously, with a dance.
They'll just see it happening.
Yeah, exactly. they muted their emote for it. All right, so we've got. Let's get a performance check from Drac. A performance check from Hal. And a well, you're casting a spell, so Eric Corellian is is casting a spell, so he doesn't have to make a check at the moment.
Could I instead make a deception check as I am trying to create a deception?
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
But perceptive. That's why he's just.
That is exactly why I said deception, because I'm like, my performance is not that good. It's
Right.
better. It's better than my Arcana, but that's not saying much.
Well, yeah. I mean, anytime, like, if it works for the situation, it's like, okay, yeah, no, I allow that. But it's something where, because you are just trying to deceive people and that sort of thing. So I'm cool with that on this one.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked.
And it's like, can I do a perception on this? Because that's my highest. What?
No. No, you may not.
Yes, you notice that no one's convinced. So, alright, a performance check from Drac, please. As he starts to grow. Is he large now? Is he like 10 feet tall?
Rita repulsed him, you know.
Right. You threw some staff down and it landed near him?
Yep, and he grew.
Yep.
Maybe crack.
Sorry, what check did I need to roll for?
Performance.
Performance, my fault.
Also, the damage now. His so they'll deal an extra one.
My performance is -1.
I mean, it's not terrible.
Right.
But that's why I said you can't dance. Minotaurs can't dance.
Clap, 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 clap,
My
clap.
ass begs to differ.
Up their cheeks.
Okay. So there is currently a distraction being made in progress. So you guys have your opportunity. What is the
Okay.
plan?
So if it's just us two, I can do fly.
Yeah. Drac is creating the diversion, and then the other two, have they told us where to go?
Yes, before you guys had split up. And that's why I was asking if there was anything else that anyone else needed before we actually split up and went. But yes, you guys know the information that they had gathered from before this, and the fact that there's a room on the right of the building as we're looking at it on the map. It's on the right of the building, and there is a window, and you know that Hal had seen the mayor in there.
Okay. TJ, here's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
I'm gonna twin spell fly us. I'm gonna use the potion of etherealness to go through the window and open it from the inside so that you can come in.
Okay.
And then maybe he thinks that I'm a ghost because I'm ethereal.
Sure. I'm gonna use the oil and the potion and everything. Let's go for it.
Might as well. I have it.
Now, etherealness, that's more of a... You're entering a different plane, correct?
According to the spell, is you step into the border regions of the ethereal plane. So I'm kind of in between planes, and anything not on the ethereal plane, I can pass through.
Shit, I think you just did that. Okay.
Or all objects and effects that aren't on the ethereal plane.
And you are
allowing me
still
to move.
visible? I would imagine so. I'm just guessing based on what would maybe make sense because, there's invisibility and this would just be that plus
I don't think I'm
slip through
invisible.
everything.
You can see and hear the plane that you originated from, but everything there looks gray. You can't see anything more than 60 feet away. You know what? This spell's too complicated, so we're not going to do that.
What's it called?
Etherealness?
Is it a spell that you have?
It's
Or is it a potion?
It's one of the things. It's a potion that I looted from the lich.
Oh, right.
Oil of etherealness. Oh, never mind. Applying the oil takes 10 minutes, and then the spell lasts for an hour. So
if you wanted to have been doing that first, that would have been fine.
yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna fly into the window.
No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Okay, so in that case, you guys are flying up at the moment and doing that?
Yep.
Okay. So, when you get to the window, what are you doing? Are you trying to break it, or...
Are we trying to be covert about this, TJ?
Yeah, a bit, Bill. Do you see him through the window? Because I kind of want to cast Hold Person on him first. And do you see any guards as well? When we go up the window?
You, as you fly up, you're trying to be a little bit kind of more stealthy and trying to avoid as the patrols had come around, and you're trying to avoid some just wandering eyes. You are able to see him in the window with you're kind of like looking down. One of the things that I have to ask, I believe, are Fly and Hold Person both concentration spells?
Yeah, so we're gonna have to go into there before I can cast Hold Person.
Fly's concentration too? That would be
Yeah. No, it's concentration. Because, I mean, it'd be a little OP if I could cast the spell and not have to concentrate on it. I'm not like a storm sorcerer.
Right. Oh, yeah. How do we get in there without raising alarms? I don't want to really shatter the window. I want to force it open, and then once we get in there. Oh shit! I thought it was more like water breathing.
Yeah, no.
And effect lasts for a bit. Okay.
Yeah. Because flying isn't necessarily essential, and sometimes water breathing is essential, and I think that's why they ruled it like that.
Yeah.
The other thing, too, is water breathing. If you're going in the water, a lot of times you're going to be hindered. As opposed to flying, It's like usually you get more speed than you normally had, and you can fly away.
I mean, like, we
And
have
it's
more...
just like-
Exactly. So we have more speed, so why don't we just break through the window? And
I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that we can do it without just destroying it completely. Like if I were to put, like, first see if it's open a bit.
Yeah, we can try that.
I just had just Arkham City this, like tap on the window, he comes over, and then just break through it and grab him and hang him upside down. Wizard. I mean, there's that. But just so I'm trying to think if I could just cast cold on it, but no matter what, we're gonna have shattering glass over here. Is there like a latch? And I'm guessing it's on the inside. Is it closed when we check?
Yes, it's not on the outside, unfortunately.
Right. Makes sense. I didn't know if there was any protection in place. Let's open it or what. So I'm thinking it's like old timey, so it would be like one that separates, not one that you raise up. Like nowadays, it's just ones that you push apart.
Are there any guards in there with him, Kevin?
No, there are no guards in there with him.
Okay.
He's just kind of walking around, pacing, talking. Sometimes he goes to his desk that's at the table, or that's at the window.
Okay. Can I take my potion of mind reading and cast check thoughts on him?
Yeah. With that, is there a check or anything, or is it just...
DC 13.
And does that let him know that there is someone trying to go into his thoughts?
I would imagine only if he passed the save, which I can also use my
Detect thoughts is the spell.
Yeah, and I can use my heightened spell meta magic to make him cast that at disadvantage. Roll that at disadvantage if I need to.
Okay, either way, the target knows that you are probing into its mind, and until you shift attention away from the target's mind, the target can make an action on its turn to make an Arcana check against your spell save, ending the spell on a success. So it would know either way.
Right,
he would know, I guess.
Alright, we'll save it for the actual interrogation then. All these cool potions that I thought I could use.
I mean, you can, just... Then I have to look up the spell, and it's like,
Kevin,
that's what it does.
Is there any... Do we see any way that we can get in there without making...
There's nothing that's really kind of popping out that is anything you're really seeing. It would have to be something where you guys create a situation for it to be accessible.
Alright, so here's the thing. We have 60 feet of movement right now. PJ, I'd say we just go in and pin him down.
That works too. If we tap on the window, does would he come over? I kind of want to just have him be there.
And Batman him?
Batman. Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be reacting.
Alright.
He's still
Alright.
just in pacing back and forth. Maybe you see him, maybe like working on a speech or something like that.
Okay. Rack, do you have any utility cantrips like prestidigitation or something like that, or something to like raise the latch or
I have mending
anything?
and minor illusion.
You can fix the window after you break it.
Oh, well that's good. That way, you won't be mad
Okay.
at property damage.
So I say we rush and charge him. I feel like he doesn't notice that we're there, so we have advantage on this.
Maybe. Yeah, I want to.
And I can cast
I'm not. Yeah.
Thunderclap.
What I'm thinking is I'm not trying to shatter the window, but I want to break the latch that's holding the window together. Because again, I'm thinking that it's like two separate panes, and then the windows open outward. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking of just trying to get in there and then force it open that way. That way, we just
I
break
have
them
a
both
dagger.
together. I mean, yeah, we can put a dagger through, go up so that it opens up, just go in there. And,
So the window is tight. There doesn't really seem to be a ton of room to be able to pull that off. It is the type of window that you're talking about, but it seems like it's actually pretty decently made. With that being said, where there's only a small area, like not even a dagger. It would have to be a dagger that would be so skinny that it would slide in, and in that case it's not really going to be a dagger, because any
Right.
dagger that was that small is going to break when you try and use it.
so thieves' tools, and then the other guys, they're all
Yeah.
just helping Drac do the distraction. They're like,
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll just break through.
I mean, I could acid splash the window and see if it melts it.
Yeah, whatever. The only thing is, I just didn't want them to. I didn't want the mayor to be all messed up because of this. You know, just be distraught that we interrogated him that way. But I didn't want to actually have like any, even a small
Yeah.
amount of reason to him to be like
Break in or anything like that.
but then, yeah, I didn't want like that type of thing.
You want to try knocking again then? Make it maybe knocking a little harder?
Sure. Make it more apparent, and then we're on either side, like outside the window.
Okay. As you knock, both of you can do this. Give me an Arcana check.
$13.
Okay, you are both able to realize that there is something magical on this window. You're not sure what it is, but there's something.
Okay.
Hey.
And with that being said, as you knock, that's kind of what makes you guys realize this, is that he doesn't really seem to react all that much to it once again. and I say it like that, but I'm wrong, he doesn't react at all.
Alright, so that's, I can't even hear anything like that. This is way too much magic for like a poor town.
Correct. You are definitely aware of that.
Is it fucking Torkoal?
It's
Is it Torkoal?
probably fucking.
When we
It's
look
probably
at him-
fucking Torkoal. Like,
When we look at him, it seems like the regular man.
It seems like it's the guy that you had met some time ago.
And when I'm like knocking or whatever, does it seem like this is like? Because I'm guessing it's like a wall of force or something like that. Can you just like port us in there? Do you have some kind of like?
that's
Yeah.
dimension door.
Yeah. Can you just come up in there?
So dumb.
Yeah, because if this is like wall of force and I try to like crack at this head first, I forgot they use dimension door all the time, and then it just dawned on me. So
Wait, do I not have dimension? I do have. Oh, thank God.
That was kind of your go-to. It's
Right.
funny because I didn't remember about that either until now, as it's being
It's-
said. It's like, oh yeah,
It's so like with what the Nevis? He had pretty much dimension door in his racial trait, so I completely forgot about this.
yeah. In that case, you know, again, like I like doing this in terms of based on just kind of what we went through on everything. I like the idea generally of being able to go back and say, well, like, no, you know how your own spells work. You know what spells you have. So I like giving it to you, but where you guys kind of discovered some of the stuff, where you were flying and you were close to it. But that being said, if you did want to dimension door in, you can do that, no problem.
So I would imagine we still fly up to see that he's actually in there.
Right.
And now that I've seen the room, I can now dimension door into that room.
Yep.
But we still do all that because I don't think I can
Yeah,
dimension door
it's-
into a place that I hadn't seen.
Yeah, a little night crawler. Yeah, because I think it's, you know, you can teleport into a place that you can currently see.
It
but
could be a place
yes,
that you can see or you can visualize. So yeah, let's dimension door.
all right, you guys pop in there. He is. I'm gonna.
Can't believe I forgot about dimension door.
oh nice.
Put you too far back. Let's. As he's pacing, kind of have you guys. I'll move you back so you're not right at him. I assume, you know, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Harbor's the one in between the door.
Yeah,
So we'll kind of go like that sort of thing.
Well, Mr.
As you
Mayor,
pop in.
we don't mean to alarm you, but it's very important that we meet. Do you remember us?
His eyes. He looks to the two of you, and he says, "Yes, I remember you." And then hold on one sec. Let me see something. Yeah, And he says, and I can't believe that you would bring one of those knife ears in here with you. And he goes to try and run to the bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold person. He has disadvantage on this.
Yeah, because of your doing sorcerer points?
I'm using, yes.
Okay, and what is the save?
It's a wisdom save of 18.
He does not.
Alright, now that we got that out of the way.
He falls kind of into the corner of the bed. His upper body hits like the bottom of the bed. His stomach kind of hits the wooden area, and then he tumbles and falls onto his back because he was running when you cast that. So,
Alright. I'm gonna pick him up, put him in his chair, and I want Rack just.
And I'm gonna search the bed.
Weapons. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
I
over
was already
here
gonna do that.
or in this chair.
And like.
He was running towards the bed, so I'm gonna search the bed first.
I'm sorry. I was just
for
asking
that chair's
which
fine.
chair.
That chair's fine.
The
I feel
desk
like
one.
I feel like it'd be more menacing, yeah, if I put him in the desk one, and then I'm just behind him, I got his shoulders, and I'm just like, we're just gonna talk, we're gonna look at this.
Okay.
Now, whatever prejudice you might have against my friend here, I'm going to put that aside. And
Oh, and by the way, I'm only half. You fuck.
Yeah, I don't even think he knows. I don't think he can talk right now because I think he's completely.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just.
Oh, true. I mean, you can say anything that you want to him after, and then whatever you want to do. I would play nice.
Disappear for three for a day. Turns out for years have been taken from our fucking lives.
Yeah.
Now I gotta deal with this discrimination again.
We're all a bit irritated, and I want to keep this as civil as possible. So let's go with this.
I'm saying this as I'm as I'm looking for shit.
Okay.
Like just mumbling to myself.
And I'm just gonna
Yep.
bring the situation to him. Just bring out the major points. Is so you do remember us? We've been gone for about 3 years with that house on the hill over there, and we finally ended up clearing it out. We were told a couple things about someone else, Forkle, and what he did, and we also found out that there's a lot of other magical things that are going on here. So I think you're still in contact with Forkle. So when we, stop, once my friend here stops keeping you in place, I just want those questions to be answered, and then we're going to be out of your hair.
Alright, Kevin, do I find anything?
Yeah, over there. Give me an investigation.
Oh god. Oh, not bad. 16.
Okay, so you are able to go over there and you find something on the side of the bed that seems to be like a button or a switch of some sort, where you kind of have an idea that would probably set off an alarm or something. And it's not really set up in like a. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, you can do an Arcana.
I would imagine, like, even if it's like a what the fuck are those? What the fuck is art? Even if like an artificer, it's somewhat magical, right? Oh, that's
Yeah.
20.
Yeah. So you're able to. No, you're allowed to be excited. You are able to
I recognize
discern
the
that
work.
it is entirely an alarm, and yeah, with a nat 20, you are aware of this sort of magic, and like this.
But like, do I recognize it from maybe say the thing that's embedded in my chest, or the scrolls that we've gotten from a certain wizard crater?
No, the
Okay.
the magic that you recognize, it's not any one thing in particular. You recognize this as a sort of magic that is very similar in certain ways to some people that you've met, but it also has kind of a perverse nature to it. And you remember, like, I almost want to make you make like another check, but you got a 20, so which is why this is coming out. But this is magic that you know of being used by the Drow.
Huh. Working with dark elves? That's strange.
So I realize this, and I just kind of walk over it. Well, now I know why you're racist. How are the Drow doing?
That is very confusing, so we might even have more questions. Alright, once you're satisfied and you think everything's clear, let's check his desk before unfreezing him for anything that looks similar. If there's any alarms over here, we might
Yeah.
this other chair.
All right.
Yeah, you know what you're looking for. You're able to find another thing over here where there's a button that would activate an alarm as well.
Alright, check that other chair. There's something else. Is this place just planted with them?
Yes.
Otherwise, and there's one by the chair as well.
Yes.
See, now we have to make this
So-
difficult. So I put him on the floor. And
I mean, we have rope. We can tie him up.
That's what I'm seeing too. All right, we're gonna take some
Do
time.
we see? Do we see anything that we can hang him from?
Hang but survive. We're not hanging him.
I guess we'll still have all these questions at the end. You are able to discern that yeah, you can. There's beams. This is the second floor. It opens up to having some beams coming in across the ceiling. So yeah, you're able to do that and hang him from there. So, if you do that, what do you want to do next?
I mean, obviously, I'd stop hold personing, but you know, I'm going to have spells readied just in case.
Okay. What?
For funsies.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What spells are you thinking? Not that you even necessarily have to be held to that. Just curious, like, kind of where you're thinking, what you're planning on.
I mean, I do have these burning hands that I can meta magic into lightning hands.
Cool. I'm cool with that. All right.
Okay.
Or, you know, just magic missile torture because it's only 1d4. Don't want to kill the guy.
But it's a
Alright,
bunch of
and,
1d4. But yeah,
I'm saying this out loud, by the way.
I think it'd be best for you to also.
and Harbor's just going, what the fuck is a d4?
uh, I think it's best that you drink that
Wait.
potion.
Can I roll intimidation to see if he's intimidated by me saying all that out loud?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, you could do that, or you could have it be something where you're assisting Harbor. If you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, TJ, what's your intimidation? Mine's +5.
And plus 11. I rolled poorly,
Yeah.
so I got a 16.
I got an 18. Can he use my 18?
This adds. I mean, if we add 2.
I mean, so yeah, it would be an 18. So yeah, kind of essentially. But yes. So I mean, you rolled poorly and ended up with an 18. You have this situation where he is currently unheld, correct, and hanging from the beams.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm really
And
sorry it had to come to this.
yeah, I bet. What do you?
Alright, just
Fine.
break down the questions one at a time. Well, we have a lot of them, but we are pretty curious. What's with all this drought technology here? Don't you dislike the knife here? As you say?
I hate them, but they are a necessary problem that I am dealing with to protect my town.
So, do you prefer the drow over other elves?
I prefer to be able to destroy them, but they have me in their grips. I don't have any say in the matter. If it were up to me, I would have destroyed them so long ago.
Does this have anything to do with Torkel?
What?
Do you know there was... You know what you hired us for all those years ago, right?
Yes, to take care of the mansion.
Which eventually...
And then
did.
and then you guys disappeared, so I assume that you took my gracious offer to revive your friend, and then you ran off, and then someone else came in asking about you, and then he went in with a group of whatevers, and they all went in and cleared the place out, said, yup, it's all set. I sent my men in and it was clear. And I said, we had already paid someone for this. And they said, there's no reward necessary. And I was like, yeah, I bet. And then he ended up leaving. That whole group just back on the ship, and off they went.
That's very strange. I'm trying to figure out what else to ask him.
Wait, before we even do that, what would be the counter to seeing if he's deceiving us?
Yeah, you should have that potion.
Oh, yeah, right. So
Detect
I'm gonna
thoughts.
take that. Yeah, I'm gonna take the potion, detect thoughts.
Okay.
Well, so it's a
Alright, so-
DC 13.
Okay. Wisdom?
It just says DC
Wait.
13.
Alright, let me see. Detect thoughts. Good. I still have it here. So
Yeah, it's wisdom.
donation. Okay. Yeah, wisdom saving throw. He fails, so you are able to. So are you trying to probe deeper into his mind as well?
Yeah, I'm trying
With
to
this?
see if he's lying and why. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is he actually thinking.
Okay, because you are target one creature that you detected. You learn what is most on the target's mind right now. If the target doesn't know any language, yeah, whatever. So you learn what is most on his mind right now. But then, as a magic action on your next turn, which is a weird phrase, but you can try and probe deeper into the target's mind. If you probe deeper, the target makes a wisdom saving throw. So you would be able to jump into his mind and see stuff kind of right away. But if you wanted to probe deeper, then you would have him make the wisdom saving throw. He did fail that if you wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So the target's reasoning, emotion, or something that looms large in its mind. So the first thing that you sense with him as you talk with him, what's on his mind right now, on the front of his mind, is you guys are in so much trouble. This is not going to end well for you. You're going to get caught in just any number of seconds. And as you dig in deeper, you discover some of the problem that he has with elves, and a most recent event that happened about 2 years ago, and that's kind of what's on his mind, primarily because of you being there, is that there was a time that all the elves and half-elves seemingly turned all at once and just started attacking and going nuts. And then very shortly after it started, they all left. And there's been stories like this throughout the world that have traveled, and that seems to be an effect that happened to the entire world, that something happened to all elves and half-elves.
Familiar. Okay, that's interesting.
Wow. Hal really did start a race war. This is crazy.
No,
Hey, Bill, come on.
I think it's more along the lines of somebody got control of the race's minds and kind of had them go crazy. That's what it's sounding like to me.
Could be.
Come on, Bill, race war.
All right, do I find anything out about the crow?
Not much. You understand that with that, what is primarily on his mind in terms of what he, I don't want to say shared unintentionally, is that was the main thing on his mind. The drow seemed unaffected by it. That does come up, and he has been working with the drow for some amount of time, longer than you guys have known him. So he was already in league with the drow when you guys came here. That had already been established. And
I'm sorry if I'm remembering correctly. Drow are pretty much dark elves, and they're typically evil.
Correct.
All right, I'm not a hero. I don't care. I mean, I will mention all that. I will mention all this to Harbor. I'm like, Wolfgang, you're rack right now. You're evil neutral. You don't care.
Yep. All right.
I mean,
and are you mentioning that he mentioned the trouble? That we're
That-
in trouble.
yeah, that we're going to be in trouble. Why are we going to be in trouble?
All we did was
You
have
guys.
a right meeting with you.
You guys don't know how important I am. It's gonna. There's a reckoning coming for you. You think you got all the alarms? Just wait.
I wanted to make this civil.
Want it to be civil. Can we kill him now?
Yeah, I mean, do you want to bring him out through Dimension Door and figure out?
Can you get more than one other person?
No, unless I cast it at a higher level. I think. Hold on. Let me go to spells. Fuck. You know, this wasn't that this wasn't. At least with Nevis, I could just hit things. Can I not cast Dimension Door at anything higher? That's fucking weird.
I'd be okay with an extra person at a higher level.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm gonna do that.
All right, so that's a what is it? Fourth.
5th level.
So it would be fifth.
So
yeah.
it was a. Yep.
All right,
So
cool.
I gotta roll.
Yeah.
I gotta roll. I do have to roll twice for wild magic.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, the first one roll was a 6 and an 8, so I'm rolling for wild magic.
Hold on. Let's see
Oh, wait, didn't
where
I
you
get
are.
something?
Let me make sure.
I rolled a 20 and it.
You had gotten a 20 and it reset. So.
Okay, so
Roll
I gotta roll again.
So, all right, you've cast Fly, Dimension Door. So, what was Fly?
Shit.
Was that 3?
I was. Yeah, that was 3.
So 3, 7,
18.
12.
18 for the second roll.
Okay.
Thank
And the
God
third?
for level 14 and being able to roll twice, roll advantage for wild magic. Another 18.
All right,
Another
so
18.
you are. It is creeping up, but you guys managed to take care of that. You teleport away. Where are you teleporting to? I'm gonna move us back to
So I
the
can
map.
teleport 500 feet.
Yes.
How close can I get us to the mansion?
You can teleport like into the woods.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And then start to head there. You still have 3 clowns in front of the mansion. One of them is giant and twerking.
I mean, we didn't give a signal for them to come back, did we?
No. So now you guys are out in the middle of the woods, and they are just on their own with no follow-ups.
I would assume that we told them to make a distraction, then book it, but we didn't exactly say that.
Okay.
We were too focused on getting information.
We were worried about our questions. Oh shit. Okay. So you guys are also dealing with a guy who is now yelling as loud as he possibly can. He is 500 feet into the woods, but well, not 500, but like, you know, maybe 400 feet into the woods. For you guys to be able to have seen it, you probably would have had to have kind of gone just above some trees. I don't know if you wanted to teleport to some trees and try and like grab onto them, or just above the trees and take like a 15-foot drop.
We're dragging him with us.
Yep. But he is currently yelling, and now that you guys are out in the woods. So just be aware of that. I want to jump.
Well,
We lost Brian already, so I do want to kind of jump over there.
That's nothing new.
You're right, I know. So I will be back, and just you guys are dealing with that stuff in the woods. Let me know what you think of after that.
And he did for sure. So
Apologies. There was stuff going on. So what are you guys doing at the moment?
talking about better races for J4. That's where we're at.
Okay, nice. Like the demon lady, what she's gonna peel his skin off and put on him instead?
No. Eric was talking about some other like sort of animalistic origins, and he was saying that there's Eric, was it Corvid? Is it what you were saying?
Corvin or
Corvin, sorry.
Yeah, the Corvin sounded more what you were looking for, but and it could fly.
I mean, listen, I don't know. I think it was Kevin found it. Like Kevin and I were talking about like and it was a Roka monk, and I think Kevin found a picture of like an owl monk, and I was like, that's the coolest picture I think I've ever seen for a D&D like concept ever. And I'm like, a flying monk just sounds devastating.
Absolutely. So you guys are out here creating a distraction. Unfortunately, we lost Brian.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he stepped away. Yes.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing? What are you thinking at the moment with this happening? You are creating a distraction. The patrols are heading your way. Let's get...
I think to be completely honest, like I think the idea was we wanted the attention, like we wanted we wanted the guards to come this way, and like the more the merrier, in the sense that like if the guards are gonna like try to like shove us off, we're potentially like not super problematic that we're gonna turn into like an actual altercation, but like just making enough noise that it keeps drawing people in, kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so one of the guys from the front door, one of the patrols that's just kind of wandering around the whole area, and then one of the ones that's kind of sticking to the side. You had some patrols there. They had a couple guys, so you've got a handful of guys coming over to you. As that's happening, they're checking out what's going on there. They don't know what exactly is happening, but as they're approaching, they look over and you see one of them pointing at Corellian. and they start to run over in a sprint. What would you guys like to do?
So just to be clear, there is an enlarged Minotaur who is currently twerking and ass slapping to the degree that it's creating a thunderclap effect that should knock anybody running towards them down. Because this is also practice for when Drac gets a chance to go back in the ring, as we were discussing.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That's a good point. Yeah. So, with that being said,
I mean, that was a mouthful to say, but yes.
yes, and that's fair. Let's get. I know what I want, but I need to know how to get it. Okay. I need Drac to give me 5 Constitution saving throws.
I mean, he's automatically got this. I say without his character sheet open.
I mean, he's
I have no idea.
he's a fighter. He's got a high con, so that's good. I don't know if he would have had such a high constitution if not for the fact that I went in and then added those things for his levels.
Well,
I remember
sure
the oh shit. You know what?
For a year, and he still had an AC of 13. So yeah, I'm just
Well,
saying,
yeah.
just saying.
Well, and that we were talking about it one time, and it was kind of like tonight, where he wasn't exactly here, and he had gained something, and like he had gotten to level 4 and level 8, but he hadn't put any actual ability scores. And so it's just like, wait, what? But
I mean,
so if you guys wouldn't mind making those, he's at a +9 for Constitution.
all right. Oh, wait. Can I bust out the Sauron die for this? Can I roll the Sauron die?
Sure.
All right. So you said it was a +9 to this.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. First roll. So first roll is a 17 total. 8 on the die, +9, 17.
Okay.
How many of these? Four of these?
4 more.
4. Okay. Second roll, 7 on the die, a 16.
So 16.
Third roll, a 9 on the die for 18. Right?
Okay.
Yes. I'm not.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing this right. And the last one. This fucking eyeball. Oh, last one is a 19. It's on the die. So +9, 28. This fucking eyeball is sick. Just keeps moving around looking at me.
I think I need one more.
Oh, all right. Last one. Okay, not that great. Last one is 6. So +9, 50.
Okay, let's. Where is it? Is it still up? Is it secret? Is it safe?
Sure.
No. It's not. Okay. Drac takes a little bit of damage. Actually, I don't know if it's all a little bit. Let's see. No, it's not a little bit. It's 20 damage in total. And he starts to seem slower as his twerking isn't going at the same rate that it was.
I guess the question is he slowing it down for effect, or is he under an effect?
You don't think it's for effect.
Okay. Can we see what might be causing this to him?
Yeah, give me perception checks.
Perception.
Oh, wait, hold on. Are we considered in a coastal area?
Well, I mean, I did get a nat 20 on my perception.
All
so
right, well, at least one of us saw. Okay, fine.
So
I'm just in one of my favorite terrains. That's all. If we're in the coast, if we're considered coastal.
Ooh,
right.
I think
I'd say I know we're on the coast, but it's more of like in town.
Okay, no, that's cool. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I don't mind kind of going through those and revisiting this though, and seeing kind of what they are.
Coast and swamp for my favorite terrains, so town is not one of them.
Yeah. Like when you're in the town, it's not as much. You're kind of paying attention a little bit more. So I'm thinking of it more of like when you're in somewhere that you know what's going on. You don't get so spooked when it's just like, what the hell was that? And it's just like, that's just this thing. And you just happen to have that, in the woods of Maine versus someone else in New York where it's like, boom, it's like, what the fuck was that? And it's just like, no, that was just a sewer cover. So, oh, what?
What is that thing on the street? Oh, it's just a sewer cover.
It's like, yeah. So, just that sort of thing. So you're a little bit more, I guess, on edge and not as relaxed as you can be when you're on the coast, because you know everything, all of the sounds, like the back of your hand sort of thing, and you're able to go, that sound sticks out, what is it? So that's kind of how I envision that whole thing working. So no, not in that case, but with a nat 20, you see that there are a bunch of darts in that ass that is twerking.
Ass darts, the worst.
And especially where you are a half-elf, and with a 20, once again, you recognize those darts as being darts that usually contain a bit of poison that will start to slow people down, maybe have them fall unconscious.
Oh, jeez.
Do we have any cocaine to give him?
And as I said, being a half elf, you are aware that these are
You
the
were aware of
weapons
the cocaine.
employed by Drow.
Does it look like the poison has started to take effect, or would I be able to cast like Mage Hand and try to remove those?
So when the dart hits, it injects the poison. You know that Drac has a good constitution, and you think he's not going to be in too terrible of shape, but you definitely see that he started slowing down. You know that those things can knock people out, kind of right off the bat. Maybe it's the fact that he's bigger and it's slowing him down, but he didn't get knocked out, but it is something that's like, oh, some of them, his one side is a little bit more, he's not, and I'm not saying this because I'm messing up twerking, but he's kind of tweaking his right leg and thigh a little bit where he got hit, so it is affecting him to an extent.
Got it. Okay. And have we seen the we know where the Drow are attacking from?
Give me.
Yep.
Do I even have to make you make this? Give me a. Give me an investigation check.
Not my highest. Yeah, not that good at it.
No, it's
My passive.
tough on the roll too. But the it just you're not able to really place it.
All right, and the other guys, Rack and Harbor haven't come back yet.
They have not.
Would I put down?
Give me a history check. And both of you can make this.
Yeah, because I don't remember shit. I know.
Hal does. Nat 20.
Oh! Hal, you remember that there was never a plan discussed of what you guys should do after you distract, and there was nothing about them coming back. So it's more of a... You're distracting, but also to what end?
Okay, so I have an idea.
I'm down. What do you got?
All right. So I'm going to cancel the enlarge reduce to reduce him in size, but then I'm going to cast reduce in order to make him small so we can just tuck him up under our arms and run with him.
I've got a better idea. Why don't you cancel the Drow's culture and then put it up for an electoral debate?
Unfortunately, I don't have veto power yet.
Shit.
Or the time.
Or the time. All right. So, I guess. Does that mean
I
I'm gonna
have
grab him
a
and
wedding
get
to
him
plan,
back?
a wife to murder, and Gildor to blame for it. I'm swamped.
I'm swamped. So is your plan that I will grab Drac when he's small, when he's mini Drac?
Yes.
Okay.
Just like the owl bear.
I will prepare to headlock bear cub drag mini Drac in the same way that I grabbed your owl bear.
If you guys want, you could come and try and scoop him up on either side at first, at least, and then you can kind of split. Maybe Hal takes him from there. You know.
And I say we go back into the woods. But I'm going to.
I think I'm very okay with that.
Okay, so right now I'm gonna move you guys to where I'm gonna move you guys
I'm gonna move you guys to where I'm. All
to
right.
where you are.
Cool.
So that's where you are, because you set up in front of the mansion to distract the guards. So, what's the situation? And now, he's obviously not actually as big as a house, although it's kind of close, but not this big in scale, because it's not proportional. But so he's bigger right now. This is kind of the situation, and then he's gonna get smaller. But for him to come and get smaller, the guys are coming out from the mansion path, the mansion way, and you guys want to get into the woods, but they're over here. This would be a faster way to get to them, but you'll have to run over to get to Drac first.
Could I just try to do a verbal deception of being as he gets small, just being where did that giant ass go? It must have gone that way, and just point somewhere it's a different direction as guards are starting to show up.
No.
Okay. It was just
they
I'm asking
definitely saw that you were part of this. So it's no, they would not go for that. They are on edge. There is a giant,
a little too risque. They're edging
giant
towards
minotaur.
his ass. What's happening?
Yeah, there. That's what you got. So, what would you like to do? I like the idea of the enlarge, reduce by taking it away, and then reduce by giving it back. I really like that idea, but what would you like to do, and where are you looking to go to get back to the woods?
Yeah, I think that what Hal is going to do is when we get to Drac, he's just going to say, because the plan was to get over to Drac. Drac starts to shrink down, and we were going to kind of link arms around him. Hal's going to say, just follow my lead. Don't worry about it. And Hal's going to cast Fog Cloud, so that just this huge thing of fog that shows up around us.
Okay. And then which way will you be heading from there? So you're gonna run to Drac. You're saying follow my lead to Corellian. You run over. Yeah. You guys grab Drac.
Run over to Drac.
You cast Fog Cloud. Then you're the one who knew what was happening, so you're gonna have to take the lead. Which way are you trying to go?
I think we'll probably try to go this way, because of where his body is, just to sort of get to the woods that way.
And I know that Fog Cloud is huge. How far does it go out?
So Fog Cloud is a 20-foot radius. And when you cast a spell using a second level, how the radius of the fog increases by 20 feet. So it is currently, I'm going to cast it at second level. It is a 40-foot radius, so an 80-foot circle of fog.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I knew it was huge. All right, and then guys, give me an no, not even close. A dexterity saving throw.
Is this against poison?
No.
Okay. I'm just asking because of the darts. That's why I was asking.
Woo.
Oh my god, another net. It's coming up, Hal.
Holy shit. Yeah, okay, so you guys, Corellian, it just, Hal and Corellian are so in sync. Follow my lead. He just runs over, throws up a fog.
We've got
Corellian doesn't even know that it was coming, and yet Hal knew what he was doing and had the plan had the route already set. He scoops up Drac. Corellian grabs the other side. He throws up the fog cloud. He knows where he's going, and Corellian is able to keep up almost flawlessly. Not even a bump in the road. There are bumps, but you would never know. Drac is entirely just like, what is happening? I can't see, and he's just facing back into the crowd, but he can't see that because of the fog. You guys make it out about a little before the woods over here. So you are kind of eventually you're seen as you escape from the cloud by others that are kind of at the house outside of the effect, but they are in no situation to try and do anything about it, and they yell, but you guys are pretty much at the woods at this point.
Bye.
So you just continue into the woods?
Yeah, I think so. Right? Like,
Yeah, I think we just.
All
go
right,
back
cool.
to-
yeah, I think we're just sort of trying to hopefully Harbor and Rack are out, and we created our diversion, and now we're just we're not trying to make it more so. We're not trying to be more of, I guess, an obvious threat. Harbor specifically said, we're not trying to kill anyone right now, and so that's what Hal's going with this idea.
Okay,
I'm just-
give me survival checks. Perception checks and survival checks. Perception first.
You said deception?
Yes.
Perception is
Deceive
a
your ears.
26, and survival. Survival's me 50.
All right,
Ooh,
cool. You guys... Hello.
Hello.
You guys are able to hear some yelling from a voice that you had heard previously, very
Not
faintly,
lasting long.
a distance into the
Yeah,
woods.
not for long.
Okay, good. It worked out perfectly where it was very briefly, and you're able to hear that. Hal is the one who is able to hear it, and he says, did you catch that from over in that direction? And so they start making their way over there, little Drac in tow, in the arms, and then I don't know, maybe he's on Hal's back at the moment. So
makes sense.
in Dracorf, form of, and you're able to. It was more Corellian. Hal wasn't struggling, but Corellian definitely, maybe just because he took the lead, was able to easily find where the sound had come from, even as they had
he
moved
shows
away,
up,
I'd imagine.
We're executing him.
Oh! Okay.
We decided that when you left us, because you were like, I'm going to go back to them, and you guys decide what you want to do.
Yep, and decide you have. Okay, so it's gonna take them a few minutes after you guys teleported out, and there was yelling. So, are you guys? Do you do that immediately as you get out there, or
Yeah,
are you
we're not gonna let them yell for that long.
right?
Are
Because-
you guys killing the mayor right now? Is that what's happening?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just trying to
I'm
figure
not
out
opposed.
if
I just want
We
to know.
figure we have him tied up. We can just cut his head off. If that's cool.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. So it's just more of a. The only thing I'm trying to clarify is if they show up and you are killing him, or if they show up and he is dead. and it sounds like he is already dead.
Well, if they heard screaming when they entered the woods, and it takes a couple minutes, I assume that he's dead.
Yeah, because you silenced him almost immediately. They just got out of a fog cloud at the edge of the woods just as everything was happening. The timing kind of worked out nicely in terms of how long it took everyone to do what they were doing. And so, yeah, there you guys are all back together in the woods. Dead Mayor in tow, little Drac on Hal's back. How long does that last?
Little.
Well, we'll explain in a second. So that
I can already imagine.
It's nothing too crazy.
I just have to say, it's shockingly not Hal's thing that made this happen. This is all
1 minute. So
Anyway.
it's kind of a as Rack says, "Why is Drac little?" Corellian just goes, "Oh yeah," and then Drac turns into regular size on Hal's back. Hal, could I get a strength save?
Hold on. Before that, it's just like, oh look, my little brother's a baby again. I kind of pat the head.
Okay, yeah, whatever the interaction is, it's the thing that reminds Corellian. Corellian is reminded that it's just like, oh yeah, I'm not able to hold on to this anymore. And then Hal, maybe it's the dwarf in him, he starts to get crushed and goes, oh no, puts his leg out.
Back in this.
Yeah, gets his leg out and squats, and then he's able to hold it, and then he realizes that, oh, I'm not even really holding it. His legs are on the ground now. But had you not held it enough, he would have, crushed you a bit. But yeah, no, all good. Drac's back to regular size. Everyone's
He's
out.
taking a nap right now. Did he tucker himself out?
He might have. He actually. He is woozy.
Brother, it's past my nap time. Brother, that's what I'm imagining Brian would say.
And then he might also say, "My ass hurts."
He's been ass clapping a lot.
will.
Well, that's
Quite
his
a
own
lot.
fault. That's his own fault. Like, I'm not gonna give him any sympathy for that. I'm just gonna be like, brother, I told you that this would happen if you did this so many times. Why do you always have to go overboard?
To be fair, part of it was the development of future wrestling moves. Just so everyone's on the same page.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, whatever. That's cool.
And yes, Corellian, you are correct there. If you wanted to add anything.
In terms of what are you talking about?
His ass hurting.
Oh,
Oh, there's that too. There's another thing too.
yes. So he was trapped by drow weapons. So they were poison darts that are often used by the drow.
Interesting.
The Dizow.
So we didn't see where they were coming from. We saw action though in a fog.
You're welcome.
And executed, and then we made Drac to carry him off like a swaddling baby.
So, let me get this straight. My brother did something stupid to distract for a distraction.
Yep.
And pretty much got tuckered out.
Yes.
That's all I need to know.
Yep.
You're not that far off. Yeah, no.
You know.
Well, he did also,
no,
as
no,
mentioned,
like-
he
like-
did
like-
also get stabbed in the ass several times by apparently drow venom.
I don't need
You know-
details.
you
Just
know-
the summary
you know-
is.
I hear that, and I said, and I look back at our childhood, and he tuckered himself out.
Yes.
Look at this man.
Well, at least
I overfed this minotaur.
Like, sometimes I feel like the crew forgets that we are brothers. So they get confused when I'm just kind of like, good job. Good job. And just acting like a brother.
So, I guess the question becomes, we're gonna probably call it here, but I would like to know what you guys are thinking for next steps at this point.
I think we find ourselves a boat and get the fuck out of Dodge.
I think we need to rest first. Because if we go anymore, we're going to hit levels of exhaustion. And that's never good.
Okay. Then I would build a hideaway up in the trees that, using my ranger tactics to make sure that we can't be found.
Not. I mean, we can go back to the house, or we can. I think if we just buy a ship, like Al was saying, get it fairly, we can just take it out right now. We don't need to forcefully take over the ship.
I mean, at this point, it's past 11 p.m. is what I'm saying.
Yeah, in game.
Right. Yeah, it's
So
middle of the
in
night
order
sort
to,
of time.
in order to avoid levels of exhaustion, whatever we plan to do, we need to find a place to rest first, and then go do it.
We should also dispose of the body. I can feed it to the owlbear cub, but it's so we need to dispose of that body too.
Just as a thought, remember there's a bunch of oozes in the sewer. What if we just put
I thought we got rid of those.
Well, we killed most of them, but there were so many that it makes me think that there might be more. And we haven't been back for 2
It has been 3 years, so.
Yeah.
There were sharks down there, if I recall. A whole lot.
I don't remember that. I don't remember street sharks under the streets. But okay. You might be right. I'm just saying I don't remember. That's all.
It was like
Fucking street sharks.
I think there were sharks down there, if I recall correctly.
I'm sorry. I just can't stop thinking about the fucking hammerhead one, where technically all that guy sees is left and right. He doesn't see anything in front of him. It's like
Jab,
throwing
jab,
punches.
jab,
I don't know what to
jab, jab, jab,
Jab.
jab.
Something there. Something
He
there. boss.
can't
What are we doing?
stop. Hooks?
Right.
Don't even try a hook.
Eric and Tom, you know how we spent all that time trying to figure out how we were going to get inside?
Yeah.
We all forgot that I know a dimension door.
Right.
Well,
And not just that you know it, but
I'm
it's
glad
like your
somebody
thing.
said this prepared. That's cool.
I am dimension.
I do,
Like-
although I do like the idea as far as like just like movie-scape concept that like there's this second story window, the window is open, there's candles that flicker as the wind blows in and out, the mayor is there doing stuff, and these two birds just go like squawk and fly in and then just materialize into Rackham Harbor, and the fucking mayor's got that shit to deal with. I think that's great. So.
Yeah, so there's a lot of magical protection that, as Harbor said, is way too much for a poor port town like this, and we learned some things, like, you know, but
I think
I kind of want to wait until and
next week or whatever. Yeah.
next week, because Brian will be here as well,
Yeah.
and we don't have to repeat it.
I think the only thing that I would say is I'm somehow not surprised, largely because of the fact that when we were in the sewers of this town, there were all these like machines and other like locations that were there that seemed somehow not connected, and then maybe they are. That's all.
So I rolled a nat 20 on an Arcana and found out where certain magical mechanisms came from. So I know exactly where they're from, and I got really lucky with some of the potions that I have, where I have more information. But
Yeah, I'm excited. Also, I would like to suggest to Kevin, maybe we should create a new skill that's called Narcana, so that if there are any drug effects, we can just roll to see if we like Narcan. We can just take care of it.
I don't know, man. That kind of sounds like psychic damage to me.
No, I'm not saying you won't get hurt. I'm just saying that like you won't be drugged up. That's all. Just roll a check. Yeah.
That's excellent.
You're still gonna get fucked up. I'm just saying. You don't have
Like, you know, how much,
that's all.
you know, I like, especially for this game, like, yeah, like there can definitely be things
A
like if you
Narcana
guys
roll?
are
I just think it
okay.
fits.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm thinking about
How many
this.
drinks have you had in real life? I want you to roll an Arcana.
So I like the idea of almost like treating this like Fallout, where there are certain things that allow you to have different effects, but you can have downsides and you can be addicted to it. But also, as you can have more Narcana, you build up your resistance, but it's something where you need to have it more, but you are able to roll to see if the downside doesn't affect you, or maybe it
I think
gets
the only
reduced
thing
or
that is
eliminated.
The major sell point of this is if you tell me it's based on intelligence or not. Because if it is, then no, I don't want to do this. I don't have any skill points in that. I don't have any of that. So
I'm thinking it would be based on
Constitution?
actually doing it.
I think con might be a good concept around it too. So either way.
Well, my thought process with it is the different things that you would be doing with it. Like
And
if
then
you're
whatever the thing is, you'd have to add. I think that it should be it should just be a straight roll. It shouldn't have any benefits or negatives. But
So
if you
it's just a
roll,
it's just a flat check.
if you
Okay.
roll, let's say you roll like a nat 1, then your next roll is a -1 because you're already inebriated by this substance.
Or
Well-
maybe it's like a flat check to see if you can break out from the control of the substance, right? So like there's a DC of like if it's easy it's a 5, difficult it's a 10, if it's like almost impossible it's a 15, and then you roll that D20, and then whatever comes up is what happens, right? Like did you roll high enough to break free of it, or are you still under its control, kind of thing?
This
Like,
sounds like a fun homebrew thing that, if we were to implement, would need a couple months of work.
Yeah, it's definitely something where if we're gonna do it, it's gonna be like a bunch of playing around with it, as well as I don't know if it's gonna be something that like I want to make something that if I implement it, it's simple enough where we can just all figure out what we're doing with it. So, you know, maybe there's
So a work
different
in progress.
things.
That's all. It's just
Yeah.
a fun idea that if it can take off, it takes off. That's all.
So it's like, but we can add the different skill to it. So it's more of a, you do this drug, you gain 1 Narcana, but and with that, so you have a +1 to your Narcana, and then you're able to resist some of the negative effects that you get from this.
Yeah. I mean, there's that, but then also adding in, like, if you get +1, but say you crit fail, then that +1 becomes 0. So on and so forth.
Oh. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it affects the whole, like, your
Exactly.
addition.
It's like it's like the cursed die.
Yeah, so it's
where you can't crit, and the longer you leave the curse, the lower your dice gets.
yeah. So we'll have to think about that. In the meantime, I know you guys.
Just considering how often we all do stupid shit, it would be a fun homebrew rule. I definitely agree with Tom on that point.
It just as we were talking about like getting drugged and all this stuff, and I'm like Hal's starting to use poisons, and we've got all this shit going on. It just is a cool kind of like thing that we could have in the game that's like, and it kind of is both real world and funny and not funny all at the same time, but just be like, roll a Narcana check, and it's like I'm smiling saying it, so that's all.
Yeah, it's a great pun. And the other thing is, I like the idea of, like, this would be separate from Constitution. Like, I don't want to tie it into a stat, because I mean, we were already doing that, like, for Harbor and with his Constitution and drinking and stuff like that. But I feel like we can kind of change that, and I don't know if this is something that specifically TJ would want, but like, if you would have a benefit, because I know you've already been drinking a lot as Harbor, so it's something where you do already have a big benefit to your Narcana. Maybe Narcana and booze are going to be different, but you build up a resistance.
I was thinking more of, not necessarily the character's actions, but like us as players. If we say something like really, if we go to do something really dumb, and it's because we've been drinking, like IRL, it's more like a roll a Narcana before you even make that decision.
So the only problem is with that is I don't want to just punish Tom all the time each week.
Oh shit! But,
So,
okay, I'm going to stop you right there.
it's 9:02, and Tom, what are you saying?
Wait. What I think that what could be interesting is, and again, this is the concept of developing a home kind of thing, is that our Narcana check could be multiple things, right? Like, it could be a flat check to see if you can get past a toxin or something like that, but it could also be an Arcana check to see if the DM says to the drunk player, no, keep going with that, see what you're doing, or no, actually that's not right, and you know that it's this. And so it could just be a fun medium to kind of use however the DM sees fit, kind of thing.
Well, like, with the idea of, and I mean, we can look at this, but just in terms of like you're saying, a toxin that they have to get by. If someone has a built-up narcana because they've done different things, it will be easier for them. And it might be, let's say, just for the sake of it, it's Rack because he's, generally the squishier one. So he doesn't have a high constitution, like not as much. I say that, but then maybe he is.
I got a +2.
Yeah, +2. Well, we've got +4, +3, +5. Oh, who is the... Okay, so Corellian. Corellian only has a +1 in that case. So, if Corellian only has the +1, so he's got the lowest constitution out of everyone, he might have the highest narcana, because he's just always doing drugs. And then there's a toxin that comes up, and so he has problems with drugs and being addicted and always having to use them. But then when a situation comes up like that, he's able to get through. It's kind of like, and this is going to be something that only 2 people in here will have a chance to remember and understand. When you have a situation where there's all these drug addicts coming, and then a clown comes over with cocaine and throws it at them, and they get their fix, so they leave the band alone so they can save their brother. You mean coworker?
But it's true. It's true.
See. I heard that, and I was like, so it's kind of like the difference between book smart and street smart.
A little bit.
All right, gents, this is amazing stuff, and I love all of it. But I am crashing. I do have to.
Yes.
To bow out.
Yeah.
But all right. Good night, all, and good stuff
night.
all around. We'll talk to y'all later.
Yep. Later. Good night.
Yeah. Sorry for being late. I took